TRPE. The realest podcast ever, realest podcast ever. Two brothers bringing thinking on a second level. Music, sports, fashion, politics, and the streets. The best 2 hours out of every week. YDN, dinosaurs, and YBODs. Real talk every time, this is what you need. We just out here popping shit. It's your boy C. Diddy and Matt makes me sick. TRPE, TRPE, go. TRPE, TRPE, go. They know. The realest podcast ever. The realest podcast ever.
Jim Boomie.
Oh man.
I need to join like this for church. I come out.
Hey,
You don't got an intro for church?
No, I ain't no intro.
When y'all gonna get a new intro? You ain't gonna.
I don't know.
You might need a Black Poppy intro.
We might need a Black Poppy intro.
Yeah, he talking a little slicker than this boy.
Yeah.
We gotta get Carl an intro for church though. I don't like it. So what do you come out to?
Man, listen, I don't come out of nothing.
GP, are you with me?
Like, do y'all got a fog machine?
No, man.
Pyro?
No, we ain't got none of that, man.
Like, y'all playing games up there.
You just gotta have somebody come out with some sparklers.
Yeah, you know, listen, man, I don't come from the sky, nothing, man. I just walk on up there, man. You know
Get
what I'm
you a zip line or
With
something.
your Vans on.
That's it,
Walk up
man.
there with your Vans on.
That's it, man.
And get a word.
My dad passed the road to Harley up on the stage. Yeah.
Where at? Bishop Reed?
Bishop Reed, see how you knew?
No comment.
See how Carl do that?
No comment, man.
That's how we started the show.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is the Realest Podcast ever, episode 84.
Oh,
I'm
we
your
was
host, C.
live?
Diddy. Yeah, no, we recording all of that. Yeah, no, once the intro goes off,
It's on.
It's on from there.
Hey, man. It is what it is.
I'm Matt. Makes me sick. We got returning family to the show in the building today. We got
I don't think all four of us been here together before.
we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the second
No,
time.
you're right.
I was away.
You were away. You were on the phone.
No, but we came back again.
Did we?
Carl wasn't there.
Carl
It was
wasn't
Jules
there.
and
Carl
Rob.
wasn't there.
Yeah.
All right, this should be all right.
Group chat live.
Yeah.
Group chat live.
How about it? We got Pastor Carl Day in the building, man. He's on one right now. You want to say anything?
No, man, I'm good, man. Thanks. Thanks for having me, man. It's good, man.
You got people.
He's about thanks for having me. Like he wasn't like, no, I'm coming on the show. This week.
yeah.
The niggas is being niggas, and the niggas need to know that they niggas.
Yeah.
And I hope y'all don't mind me calling them niggas.
ERS.
With the ER.
ERs.
And we got Fat Cuz Love. You want to say anything?
I'm gonna talk my shit.
We got Fat Cuz from the 60s.
Yeah.
People think me and Love hate each other. I think it's he really had people believing I had him banned from the studio. People were hitting me saying this shit. And I'm like, well,
Why you being Love?
I'm gonna tell you something. It's so crazy because they believe everything I say, but they also hate me. They gotta.
it's the that's the real shit.
They gotta pick one. Like,
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm like, nah, Love my man.
Y'all do know we all talk every day.
Every single day, though. Every day.
But what's new with you? What's in any happening things popping this week before we get into the?
Well, just quick little recap.
You had your
my first
concert.
concert. Shout out to the baby.
Killed it.
Stunner for Vegas. Killed it. Sold out at TLA. First one out the gate. I'm working on like 3 more shows now. I'm not going to announce nothing because I ain't got no contracts on these people. But no, it was a dope experience. The people from Live Nation really like treated us like super good, hospitable, whatever we needed. I felt like I was a concert promoter. I'm like, oh no, let Cuz in.
Yeah.
And they just walked in, they didn't need a ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. So it's like them small little things that, that mean a lot. But the baby did his thing. He killed it. His artist, Stunner, he real dope too. Young boy from North Carolina. And we might bring him back on a solo show. Like he's starting to heat up or whatever like that. But no, the experience was good. Shout out my man Veli from the Veli brand. We partnered on that joint. Something we came together on. I was going to actually bring baby for my birthday party. And he called me about a concert, and I was like, no, forget the birthday party. I'll figure something else out for that. We're going to do a concert. And it hit big. So
yeah, that joint looked like it was rolling.
yeah, we hit capacity. 1050 is the capacity at TLA. We ended up doing like 1131 with the comps and all of that. So it was like a super dope turnout, man. Thank you to everybody that came. He had a meet and greet before the show for like VIP ticket holders and stuff. He took every picture, every video, whatever. Like he was super cool. So he came through the market the right way, and then he turned around and sold out Dover the next night, and then sold out DC, well, not DC, but Silver Spring, Maryland, the following night, 2,200.
Listen, I don't know what the hell the baby be talking about, but he got a crazy movement. Man.
Yo, like I was just about to say that. Like, I wish I could
crazy.
get a hot beat, like just one. Like that's just insane to me that you can just bounce around selling out all this different stuff.
I've never seen a new artist, period, not a new artist, but an artist, period, go viral repeatedly, back to back.
Like we just was talking about, I listened to the baby before I listened to Nip.
Right.
And
Because
that
it
was
just kept
ass
being in your
backwards.
face.
Yeah,
It kept being in your face.
They was pressing, the young boys was pressing me like, no, the baby. So I listened to it. I'm like, this ain't me, but I can see how y'all like him.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, in 1 week, he had the Act Up freestyle on Power 106. That went viral. Got picked up on all the hip-hop sites and all that. Did 1 million views on Instagram, the whole thing. All right, so that was that. His page hit 1 million followers. He actually had like 1.3 now. So that was back-to-back. Then his album went number 1. He jumped from number like 10 on iTunes to number 1 on iTunes. Mm-hmm. That doesn't happen unless like you die or something like that. So that literally does not happen. And then his murder case that he was fighting got dropped. All of this happened in the same week.
that's it. That's all
it.
you
Like,
need is some type of...
like, you got the street cred, you got
Right.
the internet, you got the rapping ability.
And then he checked them goons on the internet.
Right.
That was another plus for him.
Yo, that was him in Carolina.
Yeah. That was it. No, it was Zone 6.
It was on 6. He was in Atlanta.
He
He's from. Where's he from?
North
from
Carolina.
He's from Carolina. He was in Atlanta.
He was out of bounds and checked them.
It was like, yeah, cuz you ain't get no pass. He's like, nah, I don't even do that.
I
They was
don't
like,
need no
all right.
pass.
And then went back. It was like,
He was standing his ground. He was standing his ground.
But yeah, that's what's up. I saw the concert. It definitely looked dope. Somebody hit me. Was like, yo, you going to that, John? I'm like, come on.
I don't come outside.
Come on.
Multiple black people, same room.
Come on.
Who you talking to, guys?
I don't know any of the songs, so it's like I didn't want to just. You seen that video all week with the dude walking in the room with the just staring around? You seen that video?
Yeah.
That'd have been me. Yeah, like just looking around, like what's happening? But
Oh yeah, and I'm unemployed. Vanity Grand is closed.
Yeah.
Closed. Vanity Grand is closed for the foreseeable future. My man that owned the club cashed out, whatever. He sold the business. A lot of people, when people don't have information, they'll just make up whatever. They're like, oh, Vanity closed. They can't afford to pay. I'm like, listen, my man's a multimillionaire. Like,
Yo,
he sold his business.
We were talking about that real quick today at my gig. Me and my old head Nate. Shout out Nate. The audacity that people give out information.
Yeah.
That has
business
no
down.
facts.
Yeah.
It's just all around the world, the globe, just everything.
Yeah.
It's just when it's sports, music, the street, it don't matter. Motherfuckers will literally just say things and it have no merit.
Yeah.
And then just be like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
And then when you come with some facts, they be like, man, get out here with that bullshit. Like, no, I actually know what's going on.
It's insane, yo, the way it happens. We was talking about it today. I was just like, yo, people, this all week I've seen people just everything from the conspiracy with Nip to the Jay with the money for his. It's just all these things. It's just like, no. Yeah, like
Yo, the J John got so deep. Biggs Burke posted it.
Yeah.
That's how you know niggas ain't that cool.
One person told me Jay don't got 15 million cash. I said, damn.
yeah.
Oh,
He said, my man from West, he was like, Jay don't got 15 million cash just sitting around. I said, now he worth $500 million. He might not have that sitting around, but
Yeah.
15, pretty sure he got that in.
Man, that boy make between 60 to 150 a year. He could touch 15 million.
Jay could just bring you a few watches.
I feel like he could touch 15 easy.
Easy. He could touch 15
In 15
tonight.
minutes.
It's a Sunday. He could touch 15 tonight.
Yeah, that's
Ain't no banks open.
Jay got a $5 million watch.
Now,
and
if you
a
tell me he can't touch
2.5
500
million.
million right now, I'll say okay.
Yeah.
But
You
not
seen his new
15.
Richard Mille?
Crazy.
Like retarded.
It's like the ghost from Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful watch.
He
Crazy.
they got him and Beyonce have $128 million estate.
Yeah.
What you mean you can't touch 15 million in cash?
I mean, I didn't debate with him long. He deleted it. He deleted the post.
I saw that a
He
lot.
thought about it. He said, "Hold on, let me go do my
Excuse me.
Googles."
I saw that a lot this week too. A lot of tweets that went up and like
Came down.
yeah,
Got
they
deleted.
Go up.
Yeah.
Please come down.
grand
Yeah.
opening, grand closing. I
Yeah.
saw that a lot this week, and it wasn't nothing more than a simple. You playing, right? Let me delete that. I guess that's not official. It's crazy, yo. The manner in which
a lot of people definitely had to go back and and check their statements and delete them.
It's unbelievable the manner in which people just throw out factual statements and it have no merit. Remember when Drake gave Shiggy $250,000?
Oh man,
She
was like, he did not get it.
Nuts.
I'm like, listen, it's number
Shiggy
one.
still screaming.
Number one, y'all wrong. Number two, Shiggy still screaming. Number three, you know how irresponsible it is to put that sort of news out there for a nigga that live in a grandma's basement.
They was gonna get Shiggy dropped.
They'd had that cat tied up, everything. Like, it'd have been bad.
Yo, I seen a snippet of this week's episode of The Shy. Niggas broke into boy grandma's house and beat his grandma up. What do you think was gonna happen to Shiggy about $250,000? Because you know niggas hear that and think it's in the house.
Yeah.
Oh,
In a
nigga-
bag.
He sleep right on top of it.
Yeah.
In the pillowcase.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a lot of that this week, though. A lot of, and I ain't even gonna say irresponsible journalism because these people aren't journalists. And that's what I was saying a couple weeks ago. I'm like, y'all get y'all news from, somebody who's on the treadmill at Planet Fitness. That's essentially what, like, you follow, like, you know what I'm, like, if Carl decides to go on a rant about biblical stuff, I have to at least, he's a pastor.
Right.
Who has a following and a church and leads
Multiple
different-
churches.
Yeah, it's like it has
Hey,
to
yo,
have
listen,
some merit.
don't do that Shiggy thing. Somebody might run up on me, man, thinking it's something else. You know what I mean? Like, it's multiple locations. We ain't doing it like that, though. You know what I mean? They might try to trunk me, man, and it's going to go south.
But if you decide to start talking about putting together a party or putting together, you know what I'm saying? It's just certain things that are just going to hold merit because it's like, all right, no, it would make sense. But it's like y'all literally are listening to music money situations from somebody who does like medical billing.
Work at the call center.
That doesn't make any sense. You know, like you get what I'm. And then like on the flip side, it's like you don't have a podcast, you don't have a blog, you don't have any type of like me. There be situations where I'm not even necessarily into whatever it is, but I know we gonna go over it. So
You got to be informed.
let me get familiar. And then now that I do that because of this show, I'll start going through different little situations and I'll be like, wait, even the nip shit, like it's so many, what actually happened, it's like 9 different stories. And it's just like, how do this happen? And it's social media. People literally go on social media, let me start typing. I know I got a follow and I know people listen to me, put this out there, and then people turn around and this, that, and the third, and it just be like, no.
Having the information before you speak is very important.
It's a lost art.
Like honestly, it was like done in like '89. Like it's crazy, but in reality, that's kind of how it was in school.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because you remember there was no internet, so you had to get your information from the books, encyclopedias, dictionaries.
Remember the library?
No, it's a real live thing. So it's like you had to do a presentation in front of your class. You really just couldn't get up there and wing it. You know what I mean? But that's essentially what people do with their phones. I'm winging it. I don't know what I'm talking about.
The sad part about that, though, bro, is to Chad's point, because Chad was saying it earlier, like, people start talking about stuff and you bring facts to them. And then it's like, they still don't care their head. But, like, dig it. It's like, at the end of the day, the internet's so crazy that, like, even with the Jussie Smollett situation down to the Nipsey Hussle, you had the paid professionals come out and say, like, Jussie's wounds wasn't consistent with somebody hitting him. And because it's the internet, they just go ahead, dispute facts, throw them in the trash and be like, nah, but the cop's still shady, so I don't care. Listen to the trash man. You know what I'm saying? He right. You see what I'm saying? Like they literally will argue with the experts. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah. Like even like Matt, like you said, like even with me being a pastor and knowing what I know and studying to the depths of what I study, I could bring people contextual evidence to show them like, nah, this is what happened, this is what took place. And they'll sit right there and just be like, yeah, but that's your opinion and your interpretation. And I'm like, fam, I just gave you historical evidence behind
where it came from.
Yeah, where it came from.
I deal with it even all the way down to like driving the bus, like in that form. So lady get on my bus. Then I've been out here for half an hour. What happened to 48 in front of you? He broke down. No, he not. He probably on a break, done parked up. He in depot playing around. I'm like, nah, he really broke. The bus broke down. I passed it. Oh, well, you know how the drivers be. They go do whatever they. I'm like, no.
How she know how the drivers be?
But that's how people are. They will literally tell you about what's going on.
They'll ask you what's going on, then tell you what happened.
Yo, I know bullshit. Had a lady ask me today. Listen,
You know how to drop a speed.
it was a parade going on. I guess Greece, something had to happen in Greece. I don't know, Vladi Divac is president. I don't know what the hell is going on. But they had a president on the parkway, a parade on the parkway today. And it was like Greek flags everywhere and all of that stuff. Lady gets on the bus and was like, "Are you going through the parkway?" And I was like, "No, parkway's completely shut down." I was like, "I'm going down to Broad Street, taking it down to City Hall." We get downtown. After that, she comes up. "Is this the new route of the 48, or did you detour because of the parade?" I'm like,
Ma'am.
"What?" I'm like, "You just answered your own fucking question." That's what I wanted to say. But that's how silly people be. Is this the new route, or did you detour because of the parade? I'm like, detour parade? You answered it. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? But that's how people be. Like, they really don't even get what they saying half the time.
No.
It's like unconscious almost. Like, I'm just talking.
Folks just want to be heard. That's all it
And on
is.
social media, I feel like it's at a fever pitch where it's like, y'all done killed people. Like, the fact that that's
Early.
like normal. People be dead before
That's
they
why,
dead.
listen, when the Nip situation happened, I'm like, nah, I ain't going for it. I'm like, I'm not believing this because, like, y'all done killed everybody. Y'all killed Lil Wayne 3 times.
Yeah.
Like,
Ross died, remember?
like, y'all done killed our heroes 15 times, man. Like, so
I seen somebody tweet it. I ain't believe it. That was messed up.
Yeah, it's still. Y'all want to start with that, or where you?
yeah, I was gonna start with the State of the Black Union, but I think we could probably wrap with that. I know
All right,
Earl
cool.
has some strong opinions, or where niggas is.
Man.
I think it's a worldwide situation now. It's an unfortunate situation. It's basically, an assassination of a young black superstar, somebody that was invested in a community, somebody that was present in their community. You go back and you look at all his, all the interviews and stuff is, starting to resurface and all of that. And this is a situation where it's like the smallest wind. He knew how to move, and he talks about the dangers of being where he was from, being out there and all of that in that community and what could happen to him. And in the smallest of a window, somebody was able to jump through that window, kill him, shoot 2 other people, one of which just came home. And that was even the reason why he was over there to begin with, was the, Lace's homie that just came home from doing 14 years or whatever the case may be. And literally, if for people that seen the video, walk up, start shooting, realize nobody's shooting back, get closer, start shooting again. Go to walk away, nobody's still not shooting back. Walk up, walk around the car, shoot him while he on the ground, and it's just like,
And then kick him.
It wasn't his first rodeo.
right,
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
right, and it's
know
just,
that for sure.
and it's just like a situation where it's like, well, where was the security? Nip gave the security the day off because he wasn't supposed to go there.
Here go the thing, and that's what I was going to go into. It's like, I don't want to use the word perfect because that's like, but it was like a non-perfect storm.
Yes.
It's like it was one domino after another. I play poker. So it's essentially of like a run out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to hit the turn or the river the right way in order to beat me. You know what I'm saying? I had a situation recently where I lost like a $4,700 pot. I had kings. Dude had tens. Flop came out queen 9-7. I jammed on the flop. He called it with tens. Turn was a
Called the
jack.
eight or jack?
Turn was a jack. River was an 8. 4 card straight. It's like it's nothing he could do other than hit a jack on a turn, hit an 8 on the river. He hit the shit.
He
And
supposed to run. You supposed to.
I was supposed to
you
win
supposed
that with,
rum-
like,
No, you
not-
supposed to rumble him. he wasn't supposed to be in the hand.
But it's one of those type situations. Like the fact that Nip wasn't going to the store, so he tells security, "Yeah, y'all
got the day off.
Y'all got chill. I ain't doing nothing." His homie comes home. "Oh shit, you going to see your peoples? Let me get you some gear. Come to the store. I'm gonna just meet you. I'm gonna shoot over there real quick.
Yeah.
Get on ball shorts and a do-rag.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come through." The fact that the store employs felons, so you can't have a gun in the store, and the fact that he had a store raided, he don't play that. No weapons in the store, none of that. So it's nothing in the store. That's why you Pete Bull run off.
Oh shit!
Oh, they not all
But
right.
they really don't got guns around.
Right.
Exactly. So you got no weapons in the store, no security. The fact that you came there just to get your man some clothes,
Yeah.
and then this idiot shows up. Now, I've heard 2 different stories that it seems like we've narrowed it down to. It's not the government. It's not documentaries. It's none of that foolishness. We've narrowed it down to, one I've heard was he was a snitch. Nipsey came at him for ratting. He came back clapping. The other one was he came there wanting to rap, And Nipsey said, I ain't trying to hear that right now.
I think the true story.
I think it was all of it, rapping and ratting.
The true story, as relayed by his brother. I think his brother did an interview with like Variety, LA Variety or whatever like that, and it's basically like a combination of the two.
Okay.
The guy come around. The fact that Nipsey wasn't supposed to be there, ended up being there. Now it turns into a spectacle because he's out there. Oh shit, Nip here. Da 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 da. Now everybody want to walk up. He got kids with him. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on. So dude. Come up, boom. Damn, Nip, what's up? Da da da. Where you been? Oh, I heard such about you. No, cuz that ain't true. Woo. All right, cool. Well, if it ain't true, then go get your paperwork and then I'll chop it up with you later. Nip that the dude up, he leave, come back 20 minutes later. So when he come back, everybody heard the conversation, so they feeling like, oh, well, he must got his paperwork or he come to show something, whatever. Nigga come back clapping. So it's like the true story is like a combination of everything that you just said, and then it ends in this guy losing his life.
Yeah, he probably mentioned rapping somewhere. Like, no, I'm.
But
trying to rap
the
now.
initial thing of like people were trying to make it seem like he barked on the guy, whatever. They was like, nah, that didn't happen. It was like a calm conversation. It was almost like a sidebar conversation, but people still like heard it or whatever. Like, no, dog, I heard something about you.
I was saying it earlier to one of my homies. I was talking to Maul about it. It's like because he was asking me how do I feel. I'm like. The thing that keeps resonating with me is the fact that it's like you show up at the store, all right, he tell you, yo, you did so and so, whatever, go get your paperwork, boom, boom, boom. Bull had to have really hated him. Absolutely. Like on the, you know what I'm saying? Like that.
Well, most rats can't take it in their heart.
I'm about to say, but can I say this?
It's your makeup. So it's like he had to say, man, fuck Nip at least 30,000 times before that day actually happened. You understand what I'm saying? For you to come back in that manner and act like that, it was just like he kicked him in the head after he shot him in the head.
I'm saying this though, no disrespect to the brother, you know what I mean? But I'ma just be logical, even though I know it's a lot of illogical stuff that's happening in this. But just from my experiences in the streets, and Love probably can piggyback off this as well, but I find it hard to believe, and I'm sure his brother probably want to tell a story, but ain't gonna put the story. You know what I'm saying? I find it hard to believe that, the story went that calm. Like, nah, well, listen, man, I heard this, so go get your paperwork and just come on back. You ain't come back to go hit 3 people, and somebody just kindly told you, well, I don't know, my man. You know what I'm saying? Just go get some paperwork and come back, and, we'll see what's up then.
It may not be as calm as he's telling it, but I don't believe it was.
I don't believe it was. I don't think it was rah-rah in that type situation.
Just because the kids was out there.
The other boy that was out there, the boy that worked in their store, the other felon boy that just came home, Cowboy or something like that, I think his name was.
Okay.
He kind of told the same story that his brother told.
Talking about some rapping and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he kind of said, I don't think it was as calm as they said it.
I mean, I'm saying, because listen.
I'm pretty sure it was some slick LA slang
I'm
in that joint that hurt his heart.
I know, somebody had to really, you had to really press somebody's ego. For somebody to come back.
Egos.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. It was no way that joint could have been articulated.
But the thing is, like,
the fact that he said, man, you ain't cool in front of multiple people probably
could have put the battery in his back.
I mean?
Like, you got a bruised ego and nothing to live for? That's a toxic situation, yo. That can go left anywhere.
Yeah.
One thing, a rat always hate to be called.
Well, it ain't never make sense anyway. So you rat and all that, you really already shot in the mind anyway. So yeah, that was nutty.
And a guilty conscience,
right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's just like you said, it's a perfect storm of unfortunate circumstances that leads to all of this happening, because everybody's saying like his whole plan was, I'm in and out of here. As far as him being at the store, that's consistent across the board. He was not planning to come there. Nobody knew he was showing up. I'm in and out of here to do whatever. His presence creates a scene now of him lingering and, oh damn, what's up? And you see other videos on the internet of him being out there and just whatever, and it turns into, oh damn, Nip, what's up? And the cameras and the phones and the this and that, because he's not out there all the time. You know what I'm saying? And when he is,
I mean, there's a lot of people saying like, why somebody ain't have a gun? But you got to understand, I read in another article that whole every store they got there is hiring felons. Mm-hmm. So if you never been to the penitentiary, you never been on parole or something like that, you can't ask why all these felons don't have a gun in the shopping center. Like, niggas not trying to go back to jail. Right. Like, I mean, that place that they had was strictly hiring felons. Yeah. Everybody who came home from their hood, he gave him a chance there. So I can that makes sense why it wasn't a pistol. I mean, Pretty sure they had one in the store or something, but
Right.
It's just wild the manner
That kinda
in
stuff
which it
happened
went
fast.
down. I think that's the part that was like hard for everybody to like swallow.
Yeah,
the
it's
fact
brazen. It's Sunday afternoon.
the fact
broad
that it's
daylight.
Nipsey Hussle
in
front of the store that he owns in the complex that he owns
Yeah.
on Slauson. It's just like,
basically where he grew up at.
Yep.
you understand what I'm saying? Like Biggie getting killed in L.A. was like, damn, but
You kind of understand
why they in L.A.?
Yeah.
Biggie getting killed on Fulton is like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying?
Yeah.
That just don't make no sense at all. So that's kind of where it was like, damn, like Nip got killed in Crenshaw,
Yeah.
like in front of the marathon. Like what? Like that's where it was like, damn, what happened? And then y'all went left.
Oh, man.
Y'all went so left, y'all
they-
spun in a circle.
Oh, my
They
goodness.
went hired hitman. They
Fam.
went government,
I saw
Military.
military.
Oh my
No.
goodness.
the military style kill. Listen,
hold up.
No, not trying to be disrespectful. I laughed so hard because it was like, what are y'all talking about?
Listen. They made what they call them, like
A diagram?
a side by side pic of when the boy got arrested that killed him.
Oh, and when he went to court.
No, it's. I don't even know what the other one was, but it was two pictures of him. One he had like a low cut, and one he had like hair, and it was like, how his hair grow that fast? I was like, yo, man, leave me alone. Stop sending me. Like, don't show me nothing else. Don't send me nothing else. Yo,
Listen,
it's over, man.
The other maybe Thursday morning, and mind you, Thursday morning was real rough for me
Crazy, man.
because I did 2 workouts Wednesday.
Yeah.
So Thursday morning, I was doing all this different protein. I tried creatine for the first time, so I was all over the place. Thursday morning, I woke up early, picked my phone up, and I got on Instagram. I saw a meme. It was Nipsey Hussle on a private jet with Left Eye,
And Dr. Sebi.
yeah, and Tupac.
Pac was in the back.
Yeah, and I'm like, I gotta be tired because I saw it and I just was like, what the fuck is
Nah,
this?
but the joint I sent y'all where they had Pac and who else was giving him a heaven
Oh,
pass?
Pac and Biggie. I talked
Pac
about
and
that shit
Biggie
on my
was
IG story. I
giving
couldn't believe
Nipsey.
it.
They was giving Nipsey a
He had the
pass
pass around
in the
his neck.
heaven.
He was in
Like
his hand.
he had the
It was his hand.
heaven
right.
pass.
Yeah,
Wait,
But
it was a
it
limit.
looked like an all access pass
was
at
a
a
hold
concert.
but,
Yeah.
wait, but which one of them Negroes is God? Which one of them gave the pass? Pac or Big? Like which? Yo, hey, listen, man.
The meme. I saw the Avengers logo on
The
a
minions
picture.
and
of
the
Nick.
think pieces.
Avenge the
We gotta
fallen.
avenge the fallen. I'm like, y'all have fucking lost it. Y'all have jumped the shark. Y'all are tripping. This man lost his life in the most unfortunate, untimely
Y'all
manner.
making memes.
His family, like that's just affecting everything. Like
Yeah.
even the temperature in LA is going to be different because behind this. For these goofy ass memes that y'all are posting,
Y'all not helping nothing.
y'all aren't helping at all.
And like you hear like his grandmother talking, his brother, and it's like everybody's.
You hear
being,
his
like,
childhood friend. She like
yeah.
it just all these
you
different
hear these
things.
people being so gracious and
Yeah.
just so speaking so glowingly of this guy, and then even like it was one of his sworn enemies, a rival gang member. I forget the guy's name, but I seen the Instagram post. This was like the first day when it happened, and he was like,
Somebody was just telling me about that earlier, boy from the 8 trays or something.
yeah,
like
he
that,
was.
right?
He was like, man, he was like, we didn't get along when you was here, but I wouldn't wish this on nobody. CIP Nip, you know what I'm saying? And people was in the comments like, oh my god, like this is like it was the biggest thing ever.
No, listen, Kev was just talking about like, yo, if Nip Def stopped the 8 trays in the 60s war, he get Pac out of here. I'm sorry, no disrespect, but Nip run the West Coast, man.
I tell you this, the one that stood out to me wasn't even the fact that like rival gangs or his folks or rappers. It was the LAPD.
Oh, man.
The way
Yeah.
that they acted. That one kind of bugged me out a little bit. Like watching the major of the homicide unit. Like when I first saw the name Nipsey Hussle, I'm like, who? Like, because the LAPD just historically is like, we don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So to see all these different cops in all these different parts of the LAPD.
Nick brought a lot of
come
them
out.
Crips together, but like outside, like every other branch of the Crips, besides maybe the 8 trays, because that war just been going on since the 70s. He really brought a lot of them together, man. Like he really was
a lot
out
of
there.
gangs, period.
Yeah, a lot of gangs, period.
Like the battle rapper Daylight, he went on live and he was talking about he's from Watts. He a Grape Street Crip, and he was talking about how Nipsey was from South Central, went to high school, middle school and high school in Watts, and he was always like super smart and trying to inspire people and all that back then. And he was like, Nip was like the he said
He didn't even go to school in the hood.
Right. He was like, Nip was the voice that you would hear in the morning, like on the intercom or whatever. He was like Aramis. He's like you would hear him like on the intercom, like, hey, everybody make sure y'all go to class today, y'all have a good day, eat y'all lunch. Well, he's like, that was Nip or whatever. It's like, and everybody knew him. And he was respected by everybody. And he was like, yo, he's like, him growing up into a teen and then into becoming a man, he's a rolling 60 Crip hopping out at Nickerson Gardens and in the Bounty Hunters and this hood and that hood where technically he's out of bounds, but he was so respected that nobody wouldn't do nothing to him. And he signed a blood gang member from the Bounty Hunters, and it's like, this doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was really with that unification and really putting the work in and going out into the community and being with these guys and being present and doing records with YG and all that early and showing people like, yo, you could be a blood and Crip, y'all can get money together and everything.
It's
could be
essentially
all
what
good.
Killer Mike did on Trigger Warning with the blood pop and the Cripicola.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, yeah, you're a gang, but it's like you don't have to like constantly be destructive and tear shit apart. You can also like put yourself out there to where you can like be a real life entity and make money off of it, and actually give back to the community that has like been torn apart over all these years. The Nip and Pac thing is kind of weird. I saw people going again
Super
so
left.
left that y'all spun in a circle. It's like, it's okay to like both of them. Let's throw that out there.
Like, what a
Well, see,
concept.
I don't like Pac, so
We know you
out
don't
of
like
here.
Pac.
Get me out of
The
there.
thing that I don't
quick.
like is comparing Nip to Pac and what they did and this and the third is the fact that Pac died as a boy, basically.
25,
Nip was
yeah.
Nip's a grown man.
33 years old,
He's
yeah.
a husband. He's a father. He has a family. He owns businesses. He owns all of his masters. Nip got to do shit that Biggie, Pac, a lot of these, they just didn't experience. Like Jay-Z. It's
Pac
like,
also joined the Bloods at 25.
well, Pac was nuts. It's like even Jay-Z, when he goes on his rants to like Drake about why you ain't do what I do, and it's like, you're 60. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not fair to put them in the same basket and be like, oh,
Jay
well,
made Big Pimpin' at 38.
I was gonna say 48. But all right, you know what I'm
The
saying?
best part of TRPE is that Jay's age changes every show.
Jay was at least 38 when he made Big Pimpin'. So
Big
you know.
Pimpin' came out in 99. Jay was born in 50.
44.
Yeah, he's about 30, about 39. Yeah, you're right. But no, really, it's like the equivalent of what it is. Like
Yeah.
when Jay go on his Drake, you signed with Apple, it's just like, let the young boy breathe. You know what I'm saying? It's like the same thing for Pac and Nipsey for me. It's like Nip was really, really an adult. It's like real talk. It's like Jay did a lot of the things that Biggie used to talk about. You know what I mean? The Brooklyn Mint and all of that type stuff. It's like, but Biggie died a 24-year-old, like still in a bad deal. You know, your first.
Pac was very smart though. Like,
Pac was-
I can't take that.
I think
from
Pac was
man.
smart,
Pac
but he was
super smart.
he was easily influenced by goofy shit at the same time, like a lot.
I think more so than that, I think he overly adapted to his surroundings.
Wherever he was at,
Wherever
he
was
entrenched
at,
himself.
He just became that.
Right.
all
He
the
was
way.
Bishop.
Yeah.
Then he was.
I think Pac.
They
I think Pac
slamming the
was
foot.
this.
You're like, no, cut, nigga. Like this shit is over.
I think Pac, gift and curse was like he grew up under that Black Panther conscious move. So like he was one of the people that jumped off the step late. So like when he got around everything else, it was like, damn, I could live now. You know what I'm saying? Because he probably grew up with people was probably like, that's the white man's shirt. What you got that on for? And he got around for like, oh, Versace,
you figure
man, put this
Pac-
joint on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, when
you
they
know,
say great minds contradict themselves,
Yeah.
they was talking about Tupac.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Pac, you figure he went to the Baltimore equivalent of Kappa.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
performing arts.
So it's
Gifted.
like,
He was
yeah,
gifted.
like
He was gifted.
he wasn't like your average run of the mill. I'm cutting school to go sell crack and shoot niggas. That wasn't Pac. Pac was legit like I can dance. Turn the music
Right.
on. You know what I mean? And you figure he was a background dancer.
Yeah.
But this whole week, I just saw people going so left with the arguments. And you actually made a very good point to it on Twitter. You was like, I've seen y'all get so ridiculous over the last couple of days to where y'all are disrespecting each other.
Oh, all the time. All the time.
Over simple ass arguments or disagree. And it's just, how did we get here
Misdirected
from...
passion.
Right.
but can I say this though, right? Like, and this is where we go to the ERs, right? The niggers, right? This is when we start acting like niggers. All right, not niggas. We act like niggers. We comparing the greatness of two individuals that obviously left a positive impact, you know what I mean, or influence on the upcoming generation. So, like, obviously, like, Pac, a lot of things in which he spoke on, I'm sure, influenced Nip to allow Nip to go ahead and enter into that progression that he did in the very same manner in which the way Nip actually worked it out and acted it out. You would think that this would be the time for blacks to say, you know what, let us start to build and take this energy into our cities. Right. We gonna argue who better, Pac or Nip.
Right. Because that's all niggas do.
That's all we want to do is
argue and march and and don't actually do
and be fake outrage.
So they actually had the Nipsey tribute here today. Did you know about that?
Yeah, apparently the people that own the spot where they had are Eritrean or whatever like that, the same
Eritrean,
as Nipsey or whatever like that. And I seen one of our friends whose shower remained nameless jumped out the window about that. Oh, y'all promoting drink specials and this and that. And then somebody gave him the information and then he don't got nothing to say. And I'm just like, here we go again. The chick
now you throwing the graphic trying to get up into the window.
I put Nip, then I put the greatest sign, Pac today. Dude jumped on my tweet. Oh, you putting dead black men, you putting them against each other even in their death. You niggas need to do. But I said, how you just talk all this black man stuff and then call me a nigga? I'm sticking to what I said.
Love told him, me greater than sign you, Nip greater than sign Pac again.
Like, let me say what I'm saying. Like, I ain't comparing them. I'm just saying I feel Nip more. I vibe with Nip more. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, Nip did. When you look at the body of everything he did, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not just talking about the music. I'm talking about like just him as a person.
That's what I just told you. I listened to the interviews before I heard the music.
Yeah.
So my thing is though, listen, this is where we go far off though. Tupac been dead in the grave since 95 sometime.
Yeah, 25 years.
So why we not talking about Nipsey greater than 97% of the living rappers right now?
Oh, he over
why?
them.
I'm just saying though. But that's what we should be discussing right now though, because we should be holding them accountable and charging them to raise the bar.
Sure.
Because them the people who albums we arguing about. Well, not we. Most of the people, everybody listening to that. They
go into
that.
I was literally about to go into that next. So I saw people again to me going left. Because they started atting people like the Migos. I saw people bring
What?
Yeah, it was see that one. I'll send it to you. I saw people just going left. You'd be surprised how much shit you can find on Twitter if you just use the search bar and type in somebody's name. You see all kinds of shit.
Speaking of Migos, Offset decided he wrapped all his cars
in Nipsey Blue.
In Nipsey Blue,
and they said he should put some of the money into the foundation.
And I'm sitting here like, how do you know that he didn't do both?
But that was where I was about to go with that. That's what I was saying. That post sparked the people like coming at them. So I saw people coming at the Migos. They brought up Meek. People brought up Big Sean. People brought up what's the boy from
Big Sean ain't put an album out in 3 years. Why y'all bothering Big Sean?
Because people,
and Meek do little stuff when Meek do stuff here and there.
People started going off about how, oh man, all these rappers none of them move like Nipsey, but they all got all his love and all his fake admiration for Nipsey. And I'm just like, here's the thing. You got LeBron, who scores 30 a game. Then you got Caruso, who passes the ball to LeBron so he can score 30 a game. You understand what I'm saying? Not everybody is gonna be Nipsey Hussle. Yeah. Do that make any sense?
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but you almost need, I'm not trying to big him up, but you need the Kodak Black to balance out and make the Nipsey Hussle Nipsey Hussle. But you can't expect Offset, Meek, you can't expect them to all act like that.
These same people that are saying that Meek or whoever's not doing, y'all didn't appreciate Nipsey when he was alive.
No.
Y'all just started appreciating Nipsey 6 days ago. Right. So it's like, he been doing this work. This is not nothing new. He literally is, Nipsey Hussle is the American dream. He's born to immigrant parents. He started a brand, the Marathon Clothing Company. He rented out a store to the point where he made enough money to buy the store and then eventually buy the
That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, you can't compare everybody to Nip's circumstances. Your circumstances can make a big difference,
He's a special case. He's a 1 in 300 million case. So it's not fair to try to demonize these other artists just because they rappers and they get compared to him. He's a special fucking case. Just like in his own right, Tupac, a special case. It's not fair to compare MC Search or whoever else is in his contemporary in that era to him because they're not speaking on injustices or whatever that they may not even be experiencing.
Exactly.
Everybody's circumstances is not the same thing. Nip was born in a war zone. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of of a gang war that precedes him, precedes his parents, all these people, and he literally grew from that.
Like, you can't expect Floyd Mayweather to be LeBron. You understand what I'm saying?
Not when Floyd had Mr. Drummond and his fucking wife taking
I'm
care
going
of him
troll
from
Pac
14 years
forever.
old.
I'm going troll
Like,
Pac
I
fans
see that.
forever.
I see
No,
that.
I'm just saying the fact that it's
I
like
don't care what
LeBron
y'all say. I'm trolling Pac fans. Carl, I troll Carl privately. I don't care.
LeBron
I'm trolling
built a
Pac
school.
fans.
Floyd bought an $18 million watch. I like both the posts on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Can I bring us back on something real fast?
Go ahead.
I see. I think we still looking too far. See, the biggest problem is this right here: the glorification and idolization of these entertainers and individuals in themselves.
and
Bottom
Rob
line,
brought that up the other day. Rob was supposed to be here. I want to punch him in the face.
Because I'm telling you right now, we're busy atting people with money, right? To be the change and create the change. The vast majority of these people have some type of religious belief, you know what I'm saying, affiliate themselves to some type of faith, and nowhere in any of your book of faith does it require you to sit and remain silent and don't do anything good your damn self. So
I
like,
just think it's kind of insane to at Offset or at Meek
Oh,
or at Big
I
Sean
believe so,
and
too.
then not want to change. That
believe-
doesn't make any sense.
I believe so too. Those people are at and having an expectation that somebody count somebody else's money and refuse to get out the bed to do any damn thing themselves.
Like, that's what I was about to say. Like, Offset
They don't,
doesn't.
even, they don't even contribute to their mosque or they
Come on.
or their church. Or
Definitely
they
don't contribute to their church.
They don't even give their tithes. You know what I'm saying? Or contribute to whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever
I
fund or whatever
wasn't
they
even
got
talking
going
about
on.
like your religious aspect. I mean, I understand why you are.
No, but I'm just saying at a ground level.
At a ground
Majority of people have some form
I
of
mean,
religious
like,
belief.
I'm just gonna wake up and not steal. I'm gonna just wake up and be normal. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't even do that.
Right. No,
so
you're
it's
right.
like, it's cool to say, oh, Offset, all you do is buy. The one bull was like, if Offset and Cardi can stop buying each other Lambos and put some money into the hood, and I'm just like, I mean, and your bitch buying each other Lambos is pretty cool.
This off
pretty
topic,
lit.
but Carl, why do Matt got a gel bowl?
Damn, he did. So you got the jumbo with the top two off
I
the
went to
comments.
Wawa to get a brisket joint. They
They give you that at Wawa?
They normally give it to you in a little black plastic. When she handed it
We
to
ain't
me, I was
never
like,
gonna be
what the
free,
fuck
man.
is
They
this?
give you a commissary bowl.
Speaking of the ERs, you know what I'm saying? Here we go right here.
Man, my fault, bro.
Listen, when
I'm
she
looking at
handed
that
it to
joint
me, I
like,
was
man,
like,
that joint
what
look
the fuck
familiar.
Matt
That
got a
joint
bowl
definitely
off
look
commissary,
familiar.
man.
Definitely
She
a
handed it to me.
commissary
I
bowl.
swear to
Good
God, I was
joint,
like,
too.
what happened to the black bowl? She's like, oh, those are the new ones. I'm like, oh, all right, cool.
Hey, yo, sidebar too. Matt wasn't playing, man, about the episode about him with the weight loss, everything else, man. My man got 2 diet lemonades right here. Y'all know how terrible diet lemonade tastes? And Matt really.
No, but Wawa stuff so sweet. Diet, they diet stuff.
Listen.
Yeah, I get they diet half and half.
Oh,
'cause
man.
the real one too
I'm not even
sweet.
joking. Like, I can't have the sugar shit. This shit tastes like regular lemonade.
It does.
Yeah,
It does.
okay.
And it's
I taste
even
it.
in real. He's not lying. Like, it's almost like
I can't
too
drink
sweet
the
or
regular
something.
lemonade. It's too sweet and the half and half. I got to get the diet joint.
But yeah, they was
Wawa.
too. I bought you a Fiji, a big one.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, man.
Yeah, man. Well, actually, I had that in the trunk, but you know.
I'm about to say.
Nevertheless.
I watched him pull that joint out the trunk.
Listen, at least you the considerable, man. I traveled up here with Chad, man, and you mean
Because I knew Matt had the waters in the trunk.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
always keep waters in my trunk, but I figured Chad would have some old crazy light skinned.
Yeah, I told him I was juicing.
Yeah, so it's like, but I was
going
like, and I
through it.
asked Love because I was
That
going.
joint-
Right, niece needs to
I was
grill
gonna go
chicken
back
That
or
joint
something.
make you miserable, man. I did it. That juicing thing
Love
is
came out the trunk with first class Fijis. I was like, "You need Fijis?"
I
He's like,
stay
"No, I got
strapped.
some." He pulled out. I was like,
class
"All right,
joint,
that was the first class." I was like, "All right, cool."
I stay strapped.
But yeah, nah, it's like I tell you something else I saw this week that was kind of nuts. I don't know if it's true. I didn't dig into it. That his music went up
2,700.
2,776%.
You like number 2 on Billboard.
They said that
now.
Victory Lap will be. It's crazy. The Victory Lap's charting higher than it did when it came out. That's kind of insane. But
It's kind of my fault.
It's my fault, too.
Like that,
Like,
I
and
really
here's the
didn't give it a
thing.
play.
I'm a day one like Nipsey fan, but for whatever reason, I wasn't. I said this on Twitter. I wasn't in love with Victory Lap, and I seen like all the album of the year.
We
talk,
wanted
Grammy,
Daytona so bad. I think that's what it was.
Correct.
We wanted Daytona too bad.
to where I just
And we just was stuck
like,
in
I
our
like
ways.
what I like Grinding on My Life. I love it. Dedication with Kendrick. I love it. Million Why You Young. It was a certain records that
It's a solid album.
that cut through. But then me going back and just listening to the whole body of work, I'm like, I'm a dickhead. Like
Yeah.
I can't say nothing other than like I'm a
Listen,
jackass.
C texted me early this morning
the
today and
album
said,
is
"Cuz
so
I'm mad
good."
at you." He said, "I'm mad at you for not getting on the Nipsey earlier than you did. I said my fault. I ain't even know what else to say.
You know who was the biggest advocate of Nipsey album? Rich, Philly the Boss. He was the biggest advocate of Nipsey album from day one. He's like somebody like you, young, hustling, got the chicks. I'm surprised you not. This not like your theme music. Like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, it just ain't there for me.
It wasn't for me. I mean, I ain't even listen. That's how I was like, I'm not listening.
I
to
listen,
Nipsey.
but I skipped around, and I don't even digest music.
Now, what
like
I did, C told me to listen to Blue Laces too. And I said, dang, he did kill it. But I still didn't listen.
Right. Wasn't enough to hold
Yeah,
me.
it wasn't enough to hold me. But
When you hear that album in its totality, beginning to end, it's like it's a brilliant album.
listen, Carl, you've been in them children's hospital waiting rooms. I was sitting there, I was bored. I was waiting for him to call me and my daughter. And I said, let me listen to Victory. Like, I listened to that, John. I
Real
said,
G-Man.
sheesh. I couldn't believe it.
Have you gone back and listened to Scorpion?
No. I got jaded on I got a hurt nigga playlist. So I got jaded on there, so we happened to come past jaded.
Hurt nigga playlist.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's wild seeing.
Love, you been hurt. You been hurt. You been
It's
hurt.
actually
Love.
called the Live Hurt Nigga Playlist.
Oh man,
So
you
live
been
niggas,
hurt.
we be sorry. I don't know about hurt. I be disappointed. I be jaded. I mean, we don't get hurt. We get jaded.
I make it a point. Every time I have one of my bitter tweets, I make it a point to tell all the ladies I'm not hurt.
We
I'm
jaded. Yeah, we don't get hurt.
I've experienced enough to expect the worst. I'm jaded. I'm not hurt.
Right.
I expect the BS.
I'm 37 years old. I ain't gonna be running around here sick about no female. That's dead. I promise you that.
People was going left with Nipsey. Here come the new fans, and I'm just like,
no, that's them Rat Pack rap purists and all that. They want to keep their rappers to themselves.
like I saw people today tripping off about the Nipsey tribute here in Philly. Like, we really doing this? And it's just like,
I mean, what's wrong? They getting love everywhere else.
Yeah,
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I don't understand.
The whole city of Detroit came out for the man. Like, what's the problem? Like, Philly is here's the problem with the biggest problem with Philly and why we ain't shit and ain't never gonna be shit.
I ain't saying go out there and have y'all religious leaders and
right,
but you
we
know,
the biggest haters and the biggest dick eaters at the same time. So
sheesh.
it's cool for y'all it's cool for us to get on social media and give them our praise and adulation, but God forbid we actually come and show up and be present and be a part of something that take 30 minutes.
That isn't nonsense.
y'all freaks be hot in the club for Drake night. It's like
Drake Night was listen. Let me get on Drake Night real fast. Drake Night was the biggest shit in Philly the last 2 years. Y'all don't know who promoting it. Y'all don't know who's behind it. Y'all don't know where the money going. Y'all don't know nothing. But y'all was so hot and horny to go to Drake Night every single time.
What's funny though? What's your young boy
I had
name?
50-year-old niggas hitting me up about Drake Night. Why are you trying to go to the Fillmore? You 50? It's a college party.
Word to AO.
The boy he be with Lil.
crime.
Is that the skateboard?
Yeah, skateboard crime. Yes, my young boy.
Some chick was like, yo, I've been to 3 Drake nights and they the greatest shit ever. I don't know who do it. He added and was like, yeah, that's my event that I be promoting. And I was like, no,
he witty. He gotta talk. They be to believe me.
When I seen it, I'm like, oh damn, I ain't know that was love, folks. Joe, that's what's up. And then the next tweet was a chick like, he lying, bitch. Said it. I was like, all right. But he called me off guard. I'm
This
like,
is what I'm saying. Like, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta scratch and crawl and fight with y'all and send texts and buy bottles and pay rent and to get y'all to come to my parties, but y'all to go to Drake Night and pay $50 to go to Drake Night, and Drake ain't coming.
But we can't show Nip some
But we
love
can't
for
show
free.
Nip some love for the free 99.
I can't get y'all to come to church or even go in the streets and
y'all?
reach back out to y'all people, man.
We can go in the streets, but I ain't going to no church.
I'm talking about to the people, man. We gonna get you
To
to
the
church. Don't worry about it.
No. I love you to death,
But
but I ain't going to church.
I'm talking to the same demographic Chad's talking to right now, man. You know what I'm
I be
saying?
waiting 3 blocks away from you from the church.
I'm gonna tell you the crazy thing is too, though. Like even in the midst of all that, y'all, Meek did a reform situation. He did a press conference. They were speaking on a bill that they trying to pass right now for parole and probation. You know what I'm saying, that the reform crew trying to do. And you know, the N word, the urbans wasn't there though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't a free him.
And
It was
that's gonna help them more than anybody.
it's gonna help them. They folks.
No,
everybody
that's
else.
major.
You know, yeah, because talking about what I mean, they trying to pass this bill. State Rep Jordan Harris from down South Philly trying to pass it to where brothers don't keep getting technical violations and all that for marijuana failed tests and all that kind of stuff. So like they trying to really do a probation reform, and it's like you don't see people pack the situation out and really be present with that. So it's like even when the rappers be doing the positive stuff, like you said, they don't really acknowledge.
Y'all don't even acknowledge.
Y'all gonna post the moment like, oh, shout out to Meek. But damn, where you at though?
Yeah.
we need
This
signatures
in
for
your
these
own
bills.
city.
In your own city.
Yeah.
We like y'all will criticize shit and still won't participate in stuff that directly benefits you and the people you care about the most. We are apathetic when it comes to actually taking action and doing shit. It's like what Killer Mike was saying with Dick Gregory. It's like how what y'all niggas gonna do? March again? We've been doing that shit since the 60s. Like, nobody cares. Like, y'all need to get out here and really do something and shake shit up and make something happen.
I said that in church today, not in them words, but I said the same thing.
I remember they was marching a couple. You remember when that was like the hot thing?
Oh, man.
What was? Because remember everybody had the hoodies on. What was the march?
Trayvon.
What was it called?
I forget, but
Because they was all locked arms with the hoodies.
They was downtown Love Park and all that.
Yeah, I remember it. I was at work and I was just like, this is going to be in the way today.
Temporary upset Negroes for change.
I can't.
That's what that was
Niggas be
called.
upset for 3 business days and then
3
go right
business
back
days.
to being fools. Motherfucker, we was sad about Nip all week. By Wednesday, I seen bitches on the internet rumbling. I seen a chick hit a stick to the dick with a 4x2, a 2x4, trying to make her fight. I just want to go get my son. Bitch, rumble me.
My man sent me the video.
With a 2x4.
Chick look like Hexall Joe Duggan.
listen.
With
The women on the internet, oh wow, man, they got the most classic fighting videos, man.
I can't even watch them at times, yo. It's because it's just annoying to watch.
Somebody who shall remain nameless went to this girl house and was trying to get the girl to fight. The girl wouldn't fight. She broke all the windows out of her mother house.
Oh,
Dang.
And the car out front of it. Who knows if that was even the car?
When did this happen?
This
I
was
ain't
like
see
a
this.
year ago. And this is like a popular Philadelphia female broke the girl mom windows out the crib. Come outside. Bring your bitch ass up the street. Come outside.
Goodness great, her dad must be a killer, or brothers or somebody, because you don't go to people's mother's house. Dang.
Somebody can throw a bomb at you when you come into
Straight up.
my crib and they getting off. Like, what are you doing here?
But that right there, just like that, like we never gonna change. Like
No.
with Carl, and it's funny because me and Carl, we talk about this. We go back and forth, and Carl be like, "What do we do?" And I'll be like, "Go hide, yo. It's nothing you can do." It's like you remember the joint you posted a couple weeks ago. It was a bull from one of them documentaries, the Crip or Blood Jones on the History Channel, and it's him
I'm
with like a
addicted to negativity.
bandana,
Yeah,
and then you know how
thrive
they be
off
putting the
negativity.
words on the screen. It was like I thrive off negativity,
Yeah.
and he even had to like, I'm joking, y'all, but it's people who really act like that,
For sure.
like just nonsense.
Yeah, y'all
like
wake up
I'm gonna
on
come
angles every
outside
day.
and just whatever pop, I'm with it.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
care where it go. I don't care what happened.
I was talking to my man from North today, and he talking about this group of young boys. He's like, man, I'm trying to talk one of them like off the ledge, and he like, man, all these young boys do is just wreck year round. That's all they do. He's like, they pride on like we keep beef going for 4 seasons. Like that's their theme. And he's like, yo, they went to like some cookout and like shot 9 people in the ankle. Like, it's like, yo, he's like, but y'all like beefing with people, shooting shit up and throwing parties. And he's like, it can't be that deep because ain't nobody come to your party and kill you yet.
Right.
Everybody know where you gonna be at. But it's just like the mentality is just like,
Yeah, y'all ain't really beefing. Y'all just mad at each other for 4 seasons.
Yeah, we just out here just being destructive and just scaring innocent people, like shooting people in the thigh and shit like that. Like, yo, relax, man.
Yeah.
But on the real though, man,
But gotta ask people for $10. Yo, cuz you got $10 I can borrow real quick. But you got all the guns in the world.
It's bad.
on the real though, man, it's the people. I've said it various times, countless of times, man. But we as a people, man, we keep trying to dip and dodge the influence of music. You know what I mean? Like we can't get around it.
Yeah.
You can't get around it. Like I'm talking about, I got a teenage son. And, I see the way his friends talk. I'll take his phone at times and I can see conversations with people on Instagram. These kids got 2-parent households, but they
Calling
rap
each other
caps into their
slime.
lyrics, slime, and they talking all this gangster goon stuff. And again, it's like we keep trying to act like we as a people can really separate it as just entertainment.
Nah, we
like
can't.
No,
like,
it's-
and it ain't even just the youngest. Like they control how the adults talk.
Yeah.
They control what the adults buy. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's deeper than rap. You know what I mean? It's much more deeper than just, it's rap music. Same way people be like, it's just Twitter. Like, folk really fighting in real life, offline. Folk really getting folk
that rap
pregnant.
music- That rap
Like, it ain't
music
just-
really got these young boys thinking they're a gang.
Bra had mentioned
Real
that the
rap.
other day we was at the gym. And that's why I kind of want him to come do like because it made real sense. Because we actually spoke about it last week, like in the first part of the podcast, how we could listen to music and it didn't affect
No
our
doubt.
mental state. Like, I could listen to Beans, I could listen to Styles, I could listen to Eminem and not go hurt nobody, not go do nothing crazy, cut nobody throat.
Eminem, you'd have did something to yourself.
Yeah.
But, I mean, listen, Eminem.
But I'm just saying.
Eminem and Pop, same book
We
with
grew
me.
up late
I'm
90s.
about to throw this Fiji in love, man.
It's the truth. Like, you listen to Styles, where the shit he rap about.
It's the most violent imagery you ever heard on wax.
He said,
ain't
it's
even-
holiday to hold up, kid. You won't be alive to tell your peeps what I rolled up with. I had a gun that was 4 arm length. Squeeze 6. You don't know where your face or your forearm went.
You swear that
Never-
boy. What's that boy name?
I'm just saying.
That old head that's always talking, always quoting lyrics.
Because I've listened to every rap song, and it's like it don't affect me mentally. I can listen to Beans talk about XYZ, Styles, Jada. I'm going to work. You understand what I'm saying? That's the point I'm trying to make. I could listen to this shit all day, but it don't affect me.
But you came up different though too, Matt.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
You came up different.
You actually have a foundation where it don't affect you.
Yeah.
Me, the young niggas, they listen to. I don't even know who they listening to off because
Cowboy and
But
Lil Durk.
but see, I still need you to understand, right? Everybody that's
I don't even know who
everybody
them
that's
boys
still in our
listening
age
to.
bracket, right? Most of the parents still came up in the crack era. See what I'm saying?
Not mine,
like,
Jimmy.
not your, but I'm saying like your people probably a little older. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about like still, it's a lot of people that's in our age. Parents were still teen parents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Late 80s. You know what I'm saying? They still wanted to go party. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like really raising us.
My
and
pop
still was a-
graduated in '66.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Your foundation different because it's like I know, man. When we was ripping around in the streets, and mind y'all, for those that really don't know me, this was like 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Like, yo, listening to Styles P and all of them, man. Like, you really was like, you was already in your bag. You was doing what you was
Right,
doing
you was
anyway.
already going
Yeah,
where you was
was going right. So like at the end of the day, like, yo, it really still would take you there too, though. You see what I'm saying? And it's like,
But I don't think the music. Cause you gotta like think about all the music that we had in the early '90s. They were rolling over Snoop album with a goddamn steamroller. You understand what I'm saying? Think about this for a quick second.
But-
This is
and
what
they
I'm
was
talking about.
right, though. But
this
they
is what
was-
I'm talking
they was
about. Where it's
right
like the
back then.
music was real live entertainment. You ever heard "It Ain't No Fun"?
yeah,
That's one
Nate
of the
Dogg
most
is-
vile and grotesque
Oh, my
songs
goodness.
ever
Most
created.
misogynistic song.
Nate
Yeah.
Dogg,
Yeah.
Corrupt, Warren G, and Snoop.
Yeah.
Ain't fuck these bitches and hoes. All them niggas is married.
But no-
like every one of them niggas had a wife.
The way
It's
Nate Dogg harmonized on that.
And Cole went home to his wife, his queen. It was like, you want to go to breakfast tomorrow? Like,
that was wild,
That's
man.
what I'm saying. It's like it was entertainment, and people looked at it as such. Even Eminem say, like, if your son jump off of the terrace, don't blame me. You bad parents. I'm over here joking.
But
that shit was real live entertainment.
But to your rebuttal though, bro, a lot of the way they view women, sexualized women, and treated women, that carried over.
I know.
That definitely
I
carried
definitely
over.
did.
You know what I'm saying?
just talking about
Like,
the music in general.
They
the way
definitely had
the
everybody
way
call them
people took
hoes.
it.
Oh man, for sure.
That was-
You understand what I'm
became
saying?
a part of the norm.
Like, what's the
Yeah.
shit in Chicago?
Drill music.
Drill music.
What's
like all.
that?
Chicago done
Dirk,
made everybody lose their
Chief
mind.
Keef, Lil Mouse, all these other people.
I don't even know
The
Chief
young
Keef
boy,
out of them.
fuck around, you fuck around, you fuck around, get smoked. The young boy, the kid.
That's where the Meek shit, all of that came from.
Oh, you got me on that.
You
I don't
ever
know.
heard 0 to 100 Drake Jones? I be on my Lil Mouse drill shit. Like that, it's a type
Yeah, it was
of
a
music.
kid. It was like a 13-year-old kid, and he made like the most violent song in history. And in the video, it's like choppers and Glock 30s.
But you ever see the videos? Them niggas.
Oh,
be in
Meek not the
videos.
first person to say that?
No,
You fuck
Lil
around, you
Mouse,
fuck around.
That was
Lil
Lil
Mouse
Mouse.
invented that. Yeah.
You see how I be knowing all the lyrics?
Yeah,
That's what we talking about.
I have no clue who Lil Mouse
You need to
is.
turn that music off, man.
Hey, I'm going to work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Catch your shift.
yeah, I got OT tomorrow, baby. But no, really, them niggas be in the videos like this with choppers.
Yeah, that's
Did you see the
crazy.
one joint when they locked up half the video set for the guns? It
didn't
happened
see
in like Dallas, I think it was. It was all these dudes that's like on parole and probation. They made a video where like they're all holding choppers and dancing and shit.
came and got all
and they
them
came
niggas.
and just locked everybody up. 'cause
Hey,
they,
that's a real thing though. Like for those that don't know, we got a defense hub right on Tuesday nights where we work with people who got open court case matters. Somebody literally got a technical violation for a music video.
Yeah, I could
You
believe
know what I'm
it.
saying? And it's like we really as a people gotta be smarter. Gotta be smarter, man.
50 Cent had a video recently, him, Tekashi, and Casanova, Get the Strap or whatever, and they had prop guns in the video, keep in mind. And they had the New York Police Department present on the site and all of that. And somebody that was in the video got a technical violation for being in the video where they had guns, and they was like, yo, we could prove that like it was a prop gun, it was an NYPD officer there, technical violation, you gotta go do a year.
Yeah.
Dang.
just for being on the set of the music video.
Yeah.
That's the exact reason that people didn't have guns at Nip Place.
Yeah, but you look at like the drill music and shit like that. Keith and what's the boy that was just here for your party? Dirk. All of these dudes, they're influencing. Like when Chief dropped that, I'm a gorilla in the fucking zoo, and Jay-Z take the line and flip it, and it's cool. Jay-Z in Liverpool. Yeah, he not lying. You know what I'm saying? But to the young little nigga in Chicago who hear that, he like, gorilla in the zoo. Like he walk out the house like that's where I'm at. And this is how you get, Philly, I don't know if Chicago was past Philly, but like up until like 2 weeks ago, Philly was actually in front of Chicago for murders this year.
It might still be.
It might still be, but I know it was 62 to 58. It's fucked up that there's a score like being kept. But yeah, we was at like 62 days at like 58, and I was just like, damn, like Philly in front of Chicago for murders. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because of Chicago.
But the one thing that I don't like, right, is when people bring up the argument, right, of poverty. Don't get me wrong, I understand poverty has a very, very strong direct correlation to, drug usage, depression, trauma, all kinds of stuff. But listen, mind you, if anybody else travels anywhere outside the world, there's some people who are far worse off, who ain't walking around talking about I'm on savage time, I'm ready to shoot everybody up. Some of the most poorest communities literally believe in community. You know what I'm saying? Like we out here if we really that poor,
that's
and,
real.
And it's like real talk. That goes to show you the influence, you know what I'm saying, that comes through hip hop. You know what I mean?
And I argued it with Rod the other day, but I had to take myself out of my shoes and really, really think about it like, damn, yeah, Dirk words probably mean something different to a
15-year-old, 16-year-old
who got nothing. Yeah. Like literally, you got nothing. What Keith said on that song,
I say 25 and under. His words.
I was actually going older than teenager too, but it's just,
that 13 to 25 market, Dirk is a god.
I tell the young boy,
I've seen it.
The young boy walked
in
in the joint with a ski mask on the other day, and he couldn't understand why he was drawing. And that situation was just like. He straight said it's my Milano John. I'm like, nigga, it's a ski mask.
Yeah.
Like, do you know this is an instrument of crime?
Like, you tripping.
But do you know how many mothers I done sat down with that sat there and said, I always provided and did what I could for my boy, and he always had stuff. I'm talking about, no, these little youngins really just want to be what these rappers is talking about. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like, that's why I'm saying, like, when people say poverty, they not moving out of necessity. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day. I
feel like that's gone.
Yeah, that's been going.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So that's why, but it's like we as a people, we can't sit here, and that's my only issue with all of this, with the Nip situation and everything. Like, we can't try to pretend to be so educated and enlightened, but yet never want to put aside our desire to be entertained. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, if we that damn educated and enlightened to where we gonna belittle each other, put each other down, compare some of the greats against each other, and act like we know all this super in-depth government conspiracy, you know what I'm saying, craziness, how do we still continuously support something that is really becoming one of the biggest tools of white supremacy anyway, and that's hip hop? They will pay a fake gangster, they will pay a square that went to college $6 million to act gangster in front of you.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because they know the influence that it has on millions of more people. They're gonna put whatever label they want to put on them and make you buy it. This is the influence through hip hop.
It's called programming for a reason. It's like the more you hear something, the more prone you are to act upon or to remember
you're absolutely
or to be
right.
a part of what you hear.
Really don't have no explanation for it, but you absolutely
that's
right.
They ain't gotta get out and call you nigger blatantly.
Like when Dame was on his heavy culture vulture thing and all that, he was talking about the fact that he found out that Leora Cohen, who's the global head of music for YouTube, was paying rappers to beef with each other. Like paying them to like if something going on and me and you dissing each other and they get wind of it and I don't respond, they hitting me up like, yo, I'll give you 300,000, you put another record out to this because of the web traffic, and you know what I'm saying? And it's a control mechanism. Like,
for sure.
He mentioned that in Coach Vulture's book?
No, he talked about it after that. Like,
this when he was doing the joint with Kenyatta.
Yeah, when he was doing the joint with Kenyatta, and he was like, yo, I found out. He's like, I have proof. Like, I have it in writing. I have proof that like they've paid artists like to beef with each other or to continue putting out diss records with one another. You know what I mean?
Dang.
It's wild, but it's like looking at hip hop now, like after I had the conversation with Rod and listening to that, it's like he just said, you have no explanation. And it's like, what do you do as far as, I mean, for me, I don't listen to drill music. I know what it is and I understand it and shit like that, but it ain't my thing. I'm not really.
Dirk ain't drill music no more.
No, Dirk ain't. Dirk done kind of went over there, but like
he turning in.
I would have swore y'all was something like drill team, like little girls or something. Like that's what I would have swore.
But
that's
even
what
like how you look at like the Philadelphia scene, like the mid levels and then the underground. It's like that everywhere. Like you was talking about Detroit's underground scene, and it's like that everywhere. Every city has their emerging artists or whatever. But there are people like we go there a lot with the Pusha T Drake shit. Right. Somebody who really feels Pusha T. For me,
I really feel Drake too.
Matt just said Pusher T too. He got
Pusher,
proper.
that's-
He
that's
got real
the proper
proper.
right there.
He got real
Call
proper.
my man
He's a Pusher T.
Pusher T. Remember Steve Harvey joint? But no, it's like I like Push, but grinding might not hit me the same way.
Yeah, no doubt.
Than somebody else. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
So it's like if you from LA, Nipsey Hussle or Snoop Dogg or what's the dig with the Jerry curl?
Ice Cube.
No, Ice Cube. Come on,
Jerry curl? Who got
the
a
young
Jerry?
boy. He out now.
My man, G Perico.
G Perico. Like
Who?
it's-
G Perico.
Yeah, see, I don't even know who that is, man.
Yeah,
How
see,
do I know all of this?
Yeah.
I don't know none of it.
G who?
G Perico.
G Perico.
Yeah, man, I'm old, man.
He like a
He
almost
Emery managed him.
Oh wow.
he almost
dope.
sound like
Quick. And,
like remember BG Knockout and them type, like he one of them guys, like a OG West Coast.
Oh yeah, he true West Coast.
Dripping Jerry curl, herringbone chain, like he one of them boys. But if you from LA, you will feel that and really, it's like E40 in them with the what was they shit for the little movement?
Hyphy.
The hyphy shit in the I was about to say
the
Old
Bay.
Bay. I'm hungry. in the Bay and shit. But you know, it's like that for I think everything. Like music hits you differently depending on who you are, where you from, what you going through, how old you are, what you dealing with in life.
And
so,
then there's rare occasions where some stuff is just
cut through everything.
Cut through everything.
Just everybody, Jay-Z or something.
Like I can speak for like being loved for whatever reason. In our hood in Southwest, Scarface was just like he was that deal like for forever. Like
Right.
and it was just like our old heads like put immediately. No, y'all gotta listen to this Scarface. Like
I was on Scarface young.
like
now,
that
see,
was-
on the block I lived on, it was Ross, Idris, and all them. They was heavy on Pac and Snoop. I got into Pac and Snoop because of them. I wasn't really. I was listening to Wu-Tang, 92, 93, Wu-Tang and all of them. They was so entrenched. I remember watching Murder Was the Case at Idris' house, the actual VHS, and it was like they were really on Snoop and Pac. So it's like, yeah, what you around, what you going through, this, that, and the third. But there is music that universally just trumps everything.
Yeah.
And I feel like looking at Nip, his music wasn't that, and now that he's passed, everybody's like, "Whoa, nah, this is greatness." You
because
know,
the thing is, and I tweeted this yesterday. I'm like, I had to retrain my ear to really appreciate that.
No,
Because
sometimes you really have to listen to music on a clean ear.
you
like,
don't have. There be joints where like I keep it a beat with you, Kendrick. The Damn. I had to go back like 6 months later and be like, "Yo, this is like Build of the Greatest."
I still ain't get that enough. I tried it when it first came out.
I went
couldn't
back
get
and
with
I'm
it.
like, "Yo," because remember me and you used to go at
Yeah.
it, and I'll be like, "This just ain't it."
be like, nah, I feel more life more than
Yeah,
this.
yo,
I'm like, nah,
I went
bro,
back
like,
and I'm listening to like DNA and the joint he got with U2, and I'm just like, yo, this is like phenomenal, like
I can't get into
phenomenally
that
put
jump.
together.
Now, Good Kid, Mad City, that was a masterpiece.
I mean, that was just out the gate unbelievable. But just it's certain things that are just like that. You go back and you just like, damn, all right, like cool. My thing with it's weird because it's like I feel what people be saying, but at the same time, it's like no, because he died. So naturally, you die. People see your name all over the place. It was wild because a couple of old heads in my job the other day, like, I never even heard of him, but he seemed to be like a big deal. And it's just like that's just you being 50 and working
Yeah, it
here
ain't
for
in your
22. It's
demographic.
not in your thing.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side, you got people like, oh, y'all doing all this for Nip. And it's like, well, when your grandma had a stroke, you said pray for it. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Niggas
like
brought macaroni through the crib.
yeah, it's like
you
you can't have it both ways. It's like you can't tell me to like help when your little cousin missing and this, that, and the third, but then on the flip side be like, oh, why you hype?
You know, people just like to be contrarian and just have something to
like
say
play
about.
devil's advocate just to play it.
Yeah, just
Right.
because.
So with the same thought though, that's why I'm saying like the same people that call themselves being all enlightened and awakened and then try to police what y'all can tweet about as men and telling y'all toxic, but then support the same toxic music. Y'all better respect the women. But next thing you know, they rocking Meek new single talk about I got the thotties on the phone and then treat them. I don't take none of them personal. Blah blah blah. But then
and to take it a step further, they all signing up to be one of the thotties.
Oh come on, that too.
Winning this.
City girls disrespect themselves.
Listen.
And one of them in a relationship, the one that's free in the whole relationship.
Man, and that's why I'm saying
she telling you to be the best hoe you can be, and she in love.
But that's not shocking though. That's the entertainment aspect I was speaking of before.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of your fault for believing these people. What's his name that was on Entourage? Used to always wear the muscle shirts. The rapper boy. Turtle was managing him.
Oh, Saigon.
Saigon said that when he was coming up,
I never heard a Saigon song. I just know him because that was my favorite show.
Right. Saigon said that when he was coming up, he would listen to Mobb Deep records before he would go shoot people.
Right.
And he was like, I was kind of disappointed when I met them, and it was like, damn, y'all don't shoot niggas.
You know what's crazy? I was raised said about Scarface. Like, I used to listen to Face, and the crazy thing was, when I met him, I was in the Mitchell and Ness a while ago. I was like, man, he's smaller than me. I ain't trying to talk about him more, man. Yo, Face was like 5'2", cuz I'm sitting there like, yo, man, this man.
He really little now because he lost all that weight.
Yo, cuz I was like, yo, it's crazy,
But
man.
that's where like it's kind of your fault for believing past. Like there are some, like we know the music and the streets kind of run hand in hand. You know what I'm saying?
You pretty much can tell who was who.
Though.
Right.
But that's unfair though, because think about it. If I'm 15 and my OG is 25 at the time, and he believe in them. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's like we talked about last week with having a bad deal. That's having a bad deal.
But understand what I'm saying though? But Matt, see, that's what I'm saying. You keep coming from a perspective where you had sound people around you. The 90 percentile, I'm just saying right now, of the neighborhood don't have a sound foundation. The fathers going dead, jail, or they was hustling. You see what I'm saying? So they bought into the narrative because you got youngers who still claiming to be tough off their dad name, and like you ain't did nothing.
But there were always older guys around, and you knew who was on play around time and who was a serious individual. You knew who was about his business or on some old other shit. Like you kind of just understood that growing up. And I feel like when you look at the music game, that's not where you're supposed to be getting your inspiration and your lessons on life.
I'm with you, but that's perfect world. I'm really being real, bro. Like no lie. Everybody, listen, fam, Chad just said 50-year-old dude trying to get in the same parties right now. So just think about that. He ain't the only one, though.
Yeah, I heard you little shot over there.
Nah, I was playing, though. Listen, you know what I mean? I don't feel like, I don't feel like going through it. But listen, I'm saying he ain't the only one, though. It's a generation of guys 50 still on the block right now that ain't trying to let it go.
I'm not debating that.
So
I dropped the 48.
But I ain't going to
say it. I know that.
But I'm saying I ain't going to hold you but that for the last 30 years or so, that is the influence. And you're right. Theoretically, we shouldn't be taking inspiration from these people and believing that.
Right.
But systematically, it has really been strategically set that way. We talk about billionaires who've set it that way, which is why we sit here now and people like, oh, they took away all our strong leaders. And I'm like, fam, y'all know how many leaders it is out here really doing stuff. But again, we only esteem those.
It's like
that
when
are
Charles
famous. Barkley
Barkley got into it with the whole situation with the little girl, courtside. Yeah. And then they said, Charles, what are you doing? You're a role model. Who was that? Bob Costas was like, you a role model. I dunk a basketball. I ain't no role model.
Yeah.
And that, like, people had such a hard time hearing that. And I remember I was 11 when I heard that, and I was like, he right.
Yeah.
Like, this nigga just dunk a basketball.
Yep.
Like, I don't care about Randy Moss, his antics off the field, straight cash and all that. Is he going to catch the 65-yard jump from Culpepper?
Yeah. With
that's
the one
it.
hand over top of three people.
That's what I'm tuning in for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm saying you're a rarity, though.
I'm
right.
Like,
you're a rarity.
Again, I know that because at the end of the day, I had my dad, I had my grandpa, I had Mr. Barry, I had all these different people around. So it's like, yeah, I get that. But it's hard for me to take myself out of my shoes and go into another shoe because of that at the same time. So that's where it's like I enjoy talking. Like, I play around and joke around and shit, but I really enjoy the talks we be having because amongst all the goofy shit we laugh about and shit, this conversation we having is shit that go on in the group chat.
For sure.
Like, it be real live conversations, and it's like, we talk about it a lot. We from two completely different worlds and experience two different things, but
love from the real side Southwest. You from the burbs.
That's cool. Man. You know what I'm saying? I know how to cut grass. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, but I enjoy talking to him because I learn from him and vice versa. And it's like,
vice versa.
It's just the way it is. You don't have to be the Iceman to be a thorough dude.
Right. Oh,
you
no
can
doubt.
legit go to work and just be regular. That's something I've
And
realized.
that's what I'm trying to push
that's
to the
something else
culture right now.
I've realized too. People have such a tough time just understanding who they are. And I feel like that's more of an issue than the music.
Yeah.
Because the music wouldn't influence you. Like if you 30 and music still influence you,
Weird.
nothing. Yeah, that ain't gotta be.
That's 75% of adult Twitter.
Yeah, we were
By the
just
way.
talking about that, man.
75% of adult Twitter. 75%. And I'm saying, and theoretically, Matt, I'm with you. I totally believe you with that, and I'm with you with that too. But the problem is this: if you a youngin right now, and you coming up, chances is you got everybody 35 and under that's around you, where they literally still being influenced. The girls still want to be influenced and still only want to date
Chad
certain,
had a joint about the whole Migos and Fab. Like y'all really listening to too much of these songs.
It just people's like really internalizing the shit because it's like, yo, I'm starting to like this was probably like 3 years ago. I'm just like starting to see like these women like becoming like manifestations of like these rap lyrics, and I'm just like,
Somebody today had a
This ain't
good
it.
post was like, I see chicks half naked using Nipsey lyrics as they captions right now, and the picture was the boy. I fell out off of that, but that shit is the truth. It's really wild at how, like, think about when a new song is wild, because I'll listen to like a new Drake song or a new J. Cole song, and I to myself will be like, that's a caption. That's a caption. I'm gonna see that 30,000 times.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna see that all over the place. I'm gonna see that. Well, I remember when Drake started Scorpion. What's the this just the intro? Let me not get ahead of myself. I said that shit's gonna be everywhere the next couple of weeks. Like I can hear music and I know how it's gonna go. So I get what you're saying. It is 30, 35, 40-year-olds influenced way too much by music. My thing is, how do you stop it?
How do you stop it? You gotta stop supporting it. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. Listen, when we stop, you know what I mean? And I ain't even going, shout out to my man BF in Karuma, man, Mitch.
Somebody was like, y'all gonna have Mitch come up today. I said, I'm trying to keep our sponsors.
I never knew Mitch how to pronounce that. I just know it's him.
You know what I mean? Look, brother BF. You know what I mean? Shout out to him, right? And I ain't trying to get on
I
his...
don't know how to pronounce it.
I ain't
just
trying to
know
slide
that's
in his
him.
lane, right? But I'm just saying, on the real, we gotta stop supporting anything, man, that's promoting or projecting us, man, perpetuating us in any negative light. And it's like once we stop really being controlled by it, no streams, no nothing, and then we stop buying what they selling us, it's like cuz they ain't got no choice but to shift to whatever the cultures really want them to do.
But here's the devil's advocate that I gave Rod the other day. While the negative music is going on, and this is just historically, there has always been another side.
Always been
to
upside,
music.
but guess what though? It never sparked us up to move because again, you know why? Again, it influenced fashion. It also influenced the females and a lot of things. The girls that influence the girls, y'all know they make us move. Y'all
Like you
know it
look
make
at
us
you
move.
look at Tupac in '93 when I Get Around.
Yeah.
I'm fucking hoes in every city. That's essentially what it is. That song was a fucking smash. Then you look at Biggie's Big Papa, another smash. I'm a player, you know what I'm saying? But then you look at Nas, It Ain't Hard to Tell, or New York State of Mind, where he's not necessarily talking crazy, but he's glorifying street life. Then you look at Arrested Development, Tennessee. That's really way left. But that didn't have the same allure that I Get Around.
Cole don't
or
got the
Big
same
Papa.
allure, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Cole don't got the same allure right now. Nobody's following J. Cole. Nobody putting the Moses sandals on with the big pants and all
That's
that.
crazy work, and I mess with Cole, but I ain't dressing like it.
Yeah, and ain't nobody really getting on his wave either. Folk ain't showing up to the rallies, ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Cole.
And the crazy part is, Cole, you look at like the Dreamville Fest that just happened, Cole's a really huge artist.
That joint was
It was dope.
crazy.
It was dope. But
is.
it's just like it's like if you go that lane, then you, like Chad talks about it a lot. Now that Cole has decided to not shower and put on sandals and shit, Meek now is the guy that
Not
can
shower.
go into the mold of what Jay-Z was.
Yeah.
Because historically throughout hip hop, it was always the fly street dude who controlled the arena.
Right.
That's what hip hop has been since it started. You look at Slick Rick's, Rakim's, it just all, even Run DMC's.
And you gotta blame the people though, because that's still what we esteem right now, man. So when we get out here and we say we tired, right, of the nonsense and the senseless violence, right, or what happened to Nipsey, we can't keep supporting the very same thing that keep on promoting and brainwashing the youngins right now. And we can keep saying it start at home, but home ain't home.
No, I agree with that.
Home ain't home. You know what I mean? Mom 26 at the hookah lounge. You know what I'm saying? Home ain't home. And dad somewhere not even trying to be a dad, being a nut, a clown somewhere. So like we understand that.
Kids
so
at home doing a little dirt challenge.
Dog, listen, doing all that. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's like we gotta stop us being sensible adults, knowing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stop feeding into the propaganda and supporting it.
I mean,
man.
it's why. Like I saw a chick today on Facebook made a post that said, "My baby father really is ridiculous. He mentors young men who have fathers, not who don't have fathers in their lives." And somebody was like, "What's wrong with that?" It was like he has a child who doesn't have a father in his life.
Oh man.
See what I'm saying? And if it's clowns out here like that, and it's like
I was like, damn, all right.
But I'm gonna show you, hip hop got the effect right on grown folks like this, man. You got adults who really start trying to take penitentiary chances because they listening to music, and they don't even got to be out there risking their lives because of the influence of the music, because that's what they trying to portray. You got chicks that's going to the basement doctor clinics trying to get their body altered,
man.
risking their lives though because of hip hop. Like not because of nothing else, but because that's the imagery that they paint to you, and they selling that to you, saying that that's what you need to get one of these boys.
But even that right there is like getting.
Listen, Carl, absolutely right.
He's right. You hear 100% right, but you don't.
Music
think
is therapeutic.
That
man.
there's a mental issue.
As sad as it is, man.
Like getting your body worked on in a surgical room in an actual hospital or procedure place.
Yeah.
As opposed to at embassy suites.
In the trap.
Like you just
what?
Like chicks that go and get their asses done in like random hotels and motels.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Fam, they pouring Henny on the needles.
Listen, man. I go 4 or 5 days straight. Yo, listen.
They pouring Henny on the needles.
The surgical tech.
I done learned like 3 different things tonight, man. I go 4 or 5 days listening to WDS, man. I'm washed out this joint, man. I never knew nobody go to no hotel room. How you get cut in a hotel room?
Dog, that's what I'm
Listen,
saying.
they putting bathroom and they inject them with bathroom with
like Fix-a-Flat. Motherfuckers walking in the show like this.
Straight up. Yeah, this black chick in New York got arrested a couple years ago.
She'd have been arrested like twice for that.
Yeah.
Oh, the lady that had all the yeah, I seen that, but I didn't know
she's not
chicks.
the only one.
They got
Cardi B got her ass done in like some like alleyway. Like,
fam, they buy the foam insulation from Home Depot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They know
Really?
they
Like the shit you don't get asbestos with, the spray in.
Folk taking chances, playing with their lives,
Taking chances, that's
taking
really what it is.
chances.
Yeah, that's
what I'm
wild.
saying. That's how strong the influence is.
That's
man.
what I was about to say though. You're going to get your ass done in a Motel 6 or a Super 8. Like you Jeezy. It's just like
you gonna go buy 4 bricks.
It's like you don't think there's a mental issue that has nothing to do with like music or the influence from Cardi B or the City Girls.
Yeah.
So it's like that's more so where I was at. Like I get that hip hop can be detrimental, and it has been to a certain extent.
For sure.
Like I get that, but I feel like there's an issue with the people.
You're right. No, I totally agree. But my thing is this. Check this out. I totally buy that.
Because you could just haul off tomorrow and just be like, yo, I'm only going to listen to, Tribe Called Quest. I'm going to only listen to this person, that person, this person, that person. Right. But you still going to come across all the things that get talked about as far as like the materialistic things, the misogyny in the world, all of these type different things. But I just don't feel like the music
here's the remedy. Here's the remedy. Like my man Chad over here, you said he got some light skin stuff going on. He got his juice, right? You detox from something, right, for a period of time. It's the same way, like from a spiritual aspect. When you fast and you doing what you doing, you getting yourself away from things. But in the midst of that, right, you're not supposed to stay there and lie dormant. You're supposed to feed yourself something else. So if I'm going to detox myself from the music, the same things in which is conditioning me and brainwashing me, I'm going to go ahead and start to supplant something else and start to feed my mind something different so that I can be transformed. Otherwise, I'm going to sit around.
No, for sure. Because when I be fasting, when during Ramadan and I start, like after Ramadan, I still don't be listening to music for a long time, and then something to come out and I'll be like, let me
check it out.
I just feel like at a certain point, it's just certain things aren't supposed to move you, or
I totally agree. But
it ain't supposed to.
But I told my church that people get old.
I've spoke about
they
it
don't
a lot.
mature.
I was 500 pounds and my health was failing. You understand what I'm saying? I had a bypass and I've gotten my health in way better standings. I've lost weight. I'm in way better. I'm active a lot more. I saw a tweet like, oh, now niggas want to get surgery and be bad bitches. I'm like, yikes. But it's like, that shit don't make me come off the step and start, like, now I'm hitting somebody with a shovel on fucking World Star. It's like, nah, like, but you got people who are way too charged up and way too angry. And that shit doesn't have nothing to do with the music. That's life.
Yeah, people just
They
definitely wake up mad on that jump.
Yo, not trying to be funny. We in Sugar House the other night. I swear to God, we was in there putting in fucking basketball bets. I'm standing there looking at my phone. I'm on my pivot. My feet aren't moving. Dude is running through the casino floor. Our shoulders hit. And I'm a bigger dude, and he not gonna move. It's like you running into me. It's not gonna move me, but we bump.
I'm strong. I don't know what
You
you talking
look
about.
a little strong. Your shirt little, like you look stronger than probably what
You look healthy, man.
Yeah, I peeped it when you got out the car.
Bald head, shining,
Bibles
shirt
is
all
heavy, man.
tight.
Man,
But no, Bull ran
Looking
into
like
me.
Common.
And
I'm trying to keep my wife, man.
Our
dig
our
it.
shoulders hit. He ran into me. Swear to God. I turned and was
on the
like,
floor?
excuse me. Just
Got you.
second nature. I didn't move. I was looking at my phone standing there. I turned and was like, oh damn, excuse me. He was like, damn dog, you ain't see me the fuck. And I'm like, nigga, you was running. You ran into me. And he went running off like but that, I'm sorry, but
Took it out on you.
Yeah, I'm like, I turned and said, excuse me. And I didn't run into him.
Right.
But it's just like, if I turned like, pussy, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, that's a whole situation.
No doubt.
And that's how fast it sparked.
Oh yeah, that's how terrible. That's how bad the culture is. But that's what I was about to say. But to the demographic we talking
And
about,
that's not music.
See, but to the demographic we talking about, I buy that from a person that probably just don't have no education, who probably just really in the dark. Because we know some people just lost.
Right.
We talking about half the imbeciles, not even half, 89% of the imbeciles online that want to argue, get so deep, break down how the military take people out, but then to sit there and listen to the same destructive nonsense that just continuously stay embedded in our people. So it's like, damn, are you woke, or you selectively woke, or are you just deaf?
No, they just talking shit.
That's it.
They're not.
That's
any
it.
of
You
the
saw
above.
R.
There we
Kelly.
go.
I'm about to
with
say
the
that
kids
is
they call
talking.
goofies.
That's it. Dog, I mean, yo, I've been at vigils where they sitting there pumping the music that's talking about running down on people, busting you in your head. And I'm
Well,
like,
Most of them people only
woke.
woke when the attention of the TL not on them. When
There you go.
when they
There you
involved
go.
in it,
There you go.
they right along with it.
We were all out there for the young boy Mahaj when he got shot. I talk about it a lot. Up Germantown, we was out there when you did the prayer. People was getting out their cars, like going in the house. Like, I ain't going down.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, damn, you would think a 6-year-old getting shot this many times on your block would affect you enough to want to come out here and try to get involved. And
Communal apathy. We don't care. Like we don't care. Like
I peeped that firsthand. We were all out there.
Until death knocks on your doorstep or tragedy knocking on your doorstep, the average person is like, oh man, I gotta go make these pork chops. Like they're not even thinking about it. Like,
and it's just wild to me that like when somebody does get killed, y'all post videos of them holding
That's
up
the
guns,
wildest.
holding up their fingers.
I never
And
seen
I
so
just
many
be
people
like,
pull their phone out. So for everything, man.
Dog, the video of Laura London running into the hospital was the nuttiest shit I've
Like, man, you in there trying to get something clearly wrong with you.
Yeah,
First thing you do is pull your phone out.
Third case of chlamydia for the year.
But they was standing in the hospital waiting, like somebody was ready, like they trying to capture pictures of the Beyonce and them twins, like they just bringing them home, like they standing in the lobby waiting.
She was
with
in
the
there
phone
burning
up.
her battery,
That's
waiting
crazy.
for Lauren London to show up.
We've reached it's a fever pitch where it's like not only are people insensitive or violent, they're also weird as shit. And you can't, like last week, it was funny because I know y'all wanted to talk about a little bit all of the shit that's going on in the city. Last week, it was 74 degrees Saturday, right? And we even spoke about it because we recorded last Friday. Like it was going to be nice that next day. And I don't know who made the original post. I know Feek had posted on his story because that's where I saw it. I can't remember who the original person was, but it was like, let's have a nice positive day today, first good day of the year for the kids. And and I saw that. I didn't comment on it, but I saw it and I was like, all right. That was like 11 o'clock in the morning Saturday. By the time 11 o'clock rolled back around on Sunday, it was like 4 shootings that happened that night in that big ass melee on South Street. And it was just like,
But I think that's where you get both sides at. Like, you get people who are negative towards stuff because they like, damn, y'all don't care no other time. Like, so when they seeing people, you know, I think that's some people's frustration, because I've seen leaders send me messages. People who really are active and do things are like, yo, look at these folks out here acting outraged for Main Man, all the way 5-6 hour flight away from us. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we bringing this information to the timeline. You know what I mean? My man No Gun Zone got stuff up under there, and you got coons and idiots and the ERs like under that joint, really like arguing it. Yeah, man, F him, blah blah blah. I'm like, damn, like,
yo, I don't follow that page, but every now and then it goes crazy.
Man, I know Gunzo. Man,
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what that page is.
Baller Alert and Shade Room comments are a whole nother beast. Meek Mill comments are its own beast. The No Gun Zone comments, because they'll post, somebody got killed today, and it'll be a picture of the bull, and then somebody will come on in the comments and be like, yeah, he come from a family of bitches, and then somebody be like, watch your fucking mouth.
Man, I seen a screenshot one time. Somebody was in the comment like, he ain't even like that.
Yo.
Be like, what the hell is that?
I'm trying to tell you, yo, that is.
They were like, the boy that killed him not even like that. I'm like, man, yo, wild on this jump.
It's be insane.
Yo, depressing stuff, and that's what I mean by, I think you go and get some people that's legit angry though. Cause they like, damn, you know what I'm saying? My little cuz up on there from 3 weeks ago, and y'all under that joint, like all kinds of disrespect, disregard. And I'm watching y'all cry for somebody you never met.
I want to go into that, the disrespect, because I want to talk about the Kodak situation.
I mean, but yo, listen, in the defense, they don't talk about the murder. Like, somebody got killed on Chester Avenue a few days ago. Somebody called me like, yo, somebody got killed in Chester, 54th and Chester. And I'm like, I just roll past 54th and Chester. Ain't nobody get killed. Man, they cleaned young bull up, put it, whatever, took him to the house, whatever. It wasn't even, nobody never even talked about it. They talking about Nip.
Like, no, you know the 6 is fast. That shit is like 20-minute trips. Bull got shot on like my second trip. Cops had it all roped off. I came back down. Poppy was out there with galoshes on. Without hose.
Getting the blood on the street.
Yo, listen. They clean them bodies up in Philly like, fast and don't even talk about it.
But the sad thing is, they be in No Gun Zone comments calling him a rat because he reported it and trying to bring awareness to it. So
calling No Gun Zone.
It's a person
one
run
guy.
Account. Yeah, run that account.
But it's like an independent news account talking about all the shootings and stuff that happened. And
I mean, I heard of it, but I just never actually been on the page.
And he bringing awareness to it, and they don't want you to bring awareness to what's going on. It's just like, it's crazy though, man.
Chill before we slide on you, old head.
They really be in the comments like that though, cuz it's like,
where are you at with the Kodak shit?
My thing with Kodak is this, right?
Did you watch the whole video?
I didn't even see the video.
Okay.
I can't watch nothing Kodak do.
My thing with Kodak
like
is
in full. Like,
my thing with Kodak is this. He is one of those people that thinks he can just say and do whatever he want, and nobody's not supposed to say or do nothing to him because he's this tough Haitian from Broward and he Project Baby and this, that, and the third. And every time somebody say something to him, then it's like, oh, well, what you gonna do about it? And then when some niggas that actually wanted to do something to him, it was a whole nother fucking story.
Oh, so he ain't even cut like that.
Listen, the High Bridge niggas, A Boogie, Don Q, and all them, he was talking all that crazy shit in New York. Y'all could come get me right now. Wooty wop, da da da. They found out what studio he was in and boxed him in, and my man saved his life. If I'm lying, I'm flying. It was Kodak and one other person there who shall remain nameless, and my man saved his life. If he didn't go talk to them boys, they were going to throw Kodak off the roof.
Damn.
So it's like,
you want to T.I. I mean, what that mean? Like, he got.
You want to keep pressing people buttons over and over.
It's easy to say, yeah, I'm in Georgia right now, but you ain't telling him where I'm in Georgia.
Georgia's huge. Yeah. So it's like, it's one of them situations where it's
nigga, I'm in the eastern part of America. Come find me, nigga.
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Pull up, pussy.
I mean, he can say what he want. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I got told, like, somebody asked me what I think was disrespectful. I mean, I wouldn't say disrespectful. I thought it was inappropriate.
I think
you know what I'm saying? You can say that to your homies off camera.
Here's the thing. Did you watch it? You didn't watch it.
I seen that little part where he said something like,
exactly.
My homies was like trying to stop him from saying
this is what I think. Well, this is what I think it was. I don't think he was doing it to put it out there. I think he was
I don't
talking
think he's smart
with his
enough
homie.
to know that what he was saying was inappropriate.
I think he was just on
retarded a
because
little
the video, basically the phone was on live and the phone was like over here. And he was over here talking with his homies.
Yeah.
And he was on clearly. He's always on. But he was just talking shit. And the phone was recording live. It wasn't like it was recording and he posted the shit. It was on
But no,
live.
but see, no, he's still stupid because
I mean, stupid
after that,
regardless.
I seen another clip of him defending himself on live. Like, man, what y'all want me to do? She a bad bitch. Like, you still
Right.
drawing.
And that's
like,
that's what it's just like. The videos after was just like, damn, like Kodak really. But then you hear him like, then like people like, yo, you ain't got no respect for Nip, and he just like, I ain't know him.
So let me.
And then it's just like,
can I say this? Though?
when you hear him say, man, I got friends that done died and got killed, I ain't cry for that. And then you like, as ignorant as this shit is, it's like it makes
just
sense.
ignorant. Like, he,
but let me say this.
don't
though.
make it right, but he
But
just
let me say
ignorant.
this. Yeah, and I ain't justifying it either. But like, I seen bits and pieces of it. But truth be told, and I think that's where. My thing is this, right? This is what my take on everything. You gotta keep the energy the same on all levels. You know what I'm saying? Like, we literally see dudes get smoked in Philly. They got a nice chick go find another dude with the bag. You know what I mean? And he
Or
don't,
his man.
Yo, his man.
That's why I said I wouldn't call it disrespect. I called it inappropriate.
Listen, I was about to say, like, listen, he ain't gonna go live, but like literally, like the following week. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever you need, yo, I'm here for you. It happened when dudes get locked up.
Religiously.
Listen, it happened religiously. You see what I'm saying? Like,
supposed to, you know.
you but take on your brother's.
Take on your brothers, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I couldn't be the one to sit there and say I wouldn't do it, but I'm just saying I couldn't say he was being disrespectful. I'm saying he inappropriate. He a little
I think
retarded.
at worst, it was distasteful.
Yeah.
And at,
Yeah, it was distasteful.
And depending on how strongly you connected and feel about Nip is in Lauren is disrespectful.
Right.
So it's like a sliding scale of it falls somewhere.
He could have kept it off camera.
He could, and that be my thing with Kodak.
that's
just in
the dumbest
general,
stuff,
we
period,
don't be
yeah.
asking you for your opinion.
Right.
Nobody's like in a time of tragedy. Like I wonder what Kodak Black thinks.
right.
Nobody's not wondering.
but let me say this though.
That right there, I feel is like I don't necessarily think because I don't. It wasn't some shit he posted. The phone was live and he just was going. You understand what I'm
but
saying?
he put the phone on
But he
live.
put the phone on.
all right,
live.
His phone's always on live.
but
He wake up and put his phone
Yeah, he
on live.
wake up, put the shit on live, and go to his shit is. Don't you know what? He got a famous live video where he's just standing there.
Standing there. That's why I said, how did y'all see? That joke was like 60 seconds. I said, y'all really sat there and watched Kodak look at the camera all that time?
Standing there looking at the.
They made like 10 memes out of him standing there, man. Like, how many memes do y'all need? He looked the same way for the whole 60 seconds.
But see, my thing is this. Check this out. Like with that being said, I think we as a people more so need to be dealing with why are we so outraged that this idiot did something stupid or said something stupid? Because like our expectation too high of him. Because truth be told, it's like why am I expecting anything respectful?
Yeah, I really didn't give it a
come
lot. I
out of
just
him?
said Kodak.
And,
Wow.
And look. And with that being said, that's why I'm saying I think we really put these people on a pedestal. It's like, yo, dad, you shouldn't have got on and said that. If it was a regular boy with no bread and they'd have sat there and be like, dad, you know what? Listen, man, hey, that mean Laura London out here. You know what I mean? Like we ain't as outraged, but or if that's any other girl. In any other situation, because dudes get locked up and be like, "Dad, he down for 20."
Rod had a tweet earlier where he said it's wild watching this whole Kodak Black situation play out. People made a half-retarded rapper famous who raps about robbing and killing people, selling dope, and he has open sexual assault cases. But disrespecting Lauren London is where we've drawn the line.
Right,
and
where
it's
we draw
just
the
like,
line.
yeah, it's like it's.
I would love to see Kodak Black read a book. Like I would pay to see that.
I would pay cash.
Did you see the joint?
I honestly believe he probably write his raps the way he's saying it. Like it's probably spelled with all
Did you see the
kinds
video
of
TRPE
letters.
where he's like, you need to get yourself together expeditiously?
Yeah.
And I posted this like Kodak looking up expeditiously.
Yo, but I'm gonna tell you, look, and going back to the influence of hip hop, right? Another person in the vein of this to me, in the vein of Kodak Black, especially listen to him talk, Cardi B. Listen, the fact that Democrats know that they can pander the vote of black people by continuously propping, right, some retarded hip hop artists and before the people, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the Democratic Party talking about having Cardi B speak
yeah,
on
I
things.
seen that.
Like she can't give you 2 straight sentences without, you know what I'm saying, without totally just destroying a word, but she about to speak on political matters.
At the DNC.
Come on,
At the
Cardi.
DNC.
You know that's not
Wait,
right.
whoa.
DNC.
She's really speaking at the DNC?
I said that today.
They kicking
Yeah.
it around.
Fam.
They kicking it around, right?
Man, they shucking the job right in front of because they know, like, yo, the nigger tool is hip hop.
that's correct.
The nigger tool
To
is
hear that
hip hop.
at the Democrat
Like,
National Convention.
you want the nigger vote? Give them Cardi.
That's so crazy
wild.
because she's not even a nigga.
Like,
And they listen, right? Yo, but listen, that goes to show you how that is one of the greatest tools of systemic
displaced
oppression.
we are.
Come on,
Yo,
fam.
we
They
jacked
know.
up as a people, man.
They know, cuz. Come on. Yo, Hillary, I don't even know what kind of bag she gave to Carter's to do that last minute ditch. You know what I'm saying? So that they can go ahead and co-sign it, and it still ain't work for her to get in office.
Like this how
I never understood the black people loving Hillary thing.
put
I
hot sauce
was
out.
lost on
pitiful
that.
Hillary campaign was. You didn't go to Michigan, Ohio, Nebraska, or one of your other swing states, but you would pay Jay-Z and Beyonce to campaign for you.
Come on, man.
But you won't actually go campaign in states where historically Democrats win 80% of the time.
Come on.
And you lost every one of those
Lost
states.
every one of them.
Come on. Yo, listen, then you had what's the chick named Kamala Harris? She go ahead, she bop
She
to
was
rap
drawn.
music. She trying to bop the rap music. See what I'm saying? Again, y'all, listen, if I'm like Chaz, if I'm lying, I'm flying. Cause straight up, literally that is the nigger tool. You want to win a nigger race over, man, you put hip hop out there. You make a rapper say it. You make a rapper get in front of it. We can push the agenda right through them because that's the people who got the influence.
I mean, yeah.
They gonna have Cardi make a universal.
I know people don't like me and Carl don't vote. I know people don't like to hear me and Carl do not vote. We definitely ain't vote that last joint.
Only thing I'm voting for is local elections. I don't care.
Like, I ain't gonna hold
really-
you. The last election, like the vote, I told you I went there. Nobody was there. When I got in the booth, I was like, "What am I doing?"
Who am I about to pick?
What am I
Really
doing?
though, who am I about to pick?
And I just hit the Democratic joint to go all the way down, and it was wild because you could write in your vote, and I honestly had just not thought about that. So when the when the election when it got counted, 50 million
Harambe?
50 million point two voted for Hillary, 50 million flat voted for Trump. 8,000 people voted for Harambe, the gorilla that got killed, and 5,000 people voted for Hennessy. That was like, I was like, yo, dead ass, I should have went in there and voted for Iverson. Real shit. I dead ass got in the booth and was like,
yo,
what am I doing?
Listen, I don't know who about to coach Cardi B on how to talk or how to read.
They need to get a bag.
But fam, they out of pocket.
That's a
what
$2
I'm
million
saying.
job.
That's a
Real talk. But
I love Cardi B. That woman cannot enunciate anything.
I can't listening
bad,
to her
man.
talk, and I like her story. You know, I let off of it a little bit, like because I didn't like her at all when it first
Mayweather
started.
talk better than Cardi B.
Dog.
He
Fam.
performs stupid.
He's
Yeah.
dumb as a doorknob.
But it's just it's wild listening to like the Cardi B's or even like people like Soulja Boy.
What is she gonna say?
Like
And
watching
Kodak.
them live up.
And
Yeah,
Kodak.
Kodak. Like watching them live up to the antics.
Yeah.
Like if Cardi B was to get on the stage at the National Convention and talk, like really just, it ain't even matter what she say, just speak in a clear flow. But if she get up there and start that, it's just
You know
like,
it's coming.
come
You
on,
know it's
man.
coming.
Like,
You
Kodak
know,
said, y'all ain't say nothing when I said I'm gonna be positive, like, bruh. Y'all ain't say nothing about that.
He got a
I said,
situation
this
every
nigga
couple months. Though.
retarded,
You see me
man.
that whole shit with Lil Wayne and his daughter and all of that. Like Kodak staying some goofy ass
Yeah,
little shit.
yeah.
What's wild to me though is watching. Me and Chad talked about this the other day, like privately. The older niggas come at the younger generation on the social media internet and shit, right? But then you have the older generation, Jay Prince, Game, T.I. They make videos and like
Game just talked about Kim Cato, somebody else's wife.
No, I
And
get-
I'm saying he tried to address Kodak though.
They
Right.
said Game put a filter on the top.
Yeah.
He slid the filter. Hold on.
Y'all look better on this one. But it's like watching
much sunlight.
watching all of these like Jay Prince, all of these threats that come across social media. And
Yeah.
it just be like why is
And
this
like I
happening?
said before in this situation, in their defense, everything that they is happening on the internet. They beef.
Right, but you
they,
go
they,
but
they confrontation is happening on the internet. So where else are you supposed to address it?
I mean, do you handle your beefs on the internet?
That you talking about me? You talking about
That's
them.
what I'm saying. It's like
They entertainment.
you can't tell me that you're this fucking great, illustrious,
They
street-minded.
beat Jay Prince artists up on the internet. They told him to suck his dick on the internet.
right.
Where was he supposed to say that?
No, all I'm saying is this: y'all
I ain't
get
saying I agree with it, but I'm trying to.
y'all get
Where
mad
is he
at the
supposed to say
younger
that?
niggas for the you get mad at the Drakes, the 6ix9ine. I mean not Drakes, the Draco, Soulja Boy, 6ix9ine, all of these different people who are internet people, internet entities for real.
Yeah, they live on the internet.
I don't expect Soulja Boy to beef nowhere else but on the internet.
Right.
Like,
So it's like when you see him like Tyga, I love Tyga. He's not lying. He's just doing that shit to be himself. Yeah. But then you turn around, like T.I. took the video down because it's like you go on the video on Instagram,
had 1.2 million views,
and you check Kodak.
Yeah.
You out of pocket, nigga. You need to get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? You out of pocket. You need to get yourself together. Kodak,
too, like
Kodak, come on the joint and comment or what?
Checkmate.
It's done.
It's done.
It's over.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. It's over.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta take the video down now
Yeah.
because cannot. You know what I'm saying? You can't. And that's what like the guy turned around and was like, coming.
I mean, it's like a gift and a curse. Like, I mean, Kodak got disrespectful on the internet in their opinion. I don't call it disrespect. I call it inappropriate.
Right.
T.I. feel as though he needed to check him on the internet. Kodak said, or what? Now I don't know what now. Like, what we
See, I think also y'all know how much I love Tip, man. But at the same time, man, yeah. See, man, you be out of pocket, man. You know what I mean?
You like all the weird people.
I'm not gonna lie. I
1-800
love T.I. for his music. I love T.I.'s music.
Same. And I'm saying with him putting himself in his role,
But T.I. done got like kind of just it's too much.
Yo,
like,
way too much because he gonna have to keep the energy consistent. I see. I treat. Listen, the way I treat like
he gonna have to be Tip or T.I.
That's what I'm saying. Like the way I treat activism.
Yeah,
the way I treat activism and like the cause, it's the same as the streets. You got either be in this thing or you not.
Because I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not rich. I got a little bit of money. I'm not rich. If I go out and buy,
Just a little bit.
Hey man, listen. If I go out and buy a $700 shirt, the last thing I need is for a fucking Grammy Award winning rapper to run up on me like, why you got that on? You know, that's just stupid shit that just doesn't need to be happening. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, Mayweather just made a whole Gucci shit and you got issues with that.
But with that though being said, you gonna run down on somebody talking about you got a $700 joint on. You need to be checking your other rap homies around you saying, yo, why you talking about us in that light? We kings. We can't say kings killing kings, but then I'm going to make the music and I'm talking about, man, run down on the ops. And when I'm describing the ops, it's the people that look like me. Exactly. So is we kings or not? You going to be the police when it comes to culture. And you got to keep that energy. Because, like, yo, listen.
In T.I.'s defense, his music has changed a lot over the years.
Yeah, but
that's why it's kind of ass.
And that's why we're not listening to it. Sorry to say.
That's why it's kind of ass now.
But dig what I'm saying. But if you still going to police others, you policing Kodak, you trying to sit here talking about upholding the culture. The
police
culture only got to. Yeah, you police the content as well. You can't be sitting there saying, bro, why you talking about, you know what I mean, these women ain't nothing, this and that. No, they queens, they mothers, they wives, they black women.
Well, he can't say that because he cheat on his wife every day.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying.
So it's like selective outrage.
There you go. Once you cross that moral line and you saying, I'm going to uphold the culture, the same way Diddy pop up one be black excellence one day, then the next minute he want to flock to whatever.
Love too. We got a problem, Diddy.
He want to flock.
Who's calling themselves Love?
Diddy?
Diddy.
Oh no, I ain't know
that. You got to change and say love.
He said, Fernando, his name not Puff, his name Love.
Yeah, he could
like love the way you spell it?
No, L-O-V-E.
Oh, like regular
I don't
love.
care how you spell it. I don't want him calling himself. That's me.
But that's what I'm saying. So Tip gotta pick that lane. If you're gonna be that man now, like, you know what I'm saying, really go ahead. And he got the influence because he an OG out there. You know what I'm saying? Got the bread, everything else. So you don't gotta sell out for nothing. Sit there and say, no, we taking a hard left with it. And we really gonna go ahead and say, yo, listen, we ain't promoting nothing, presenting nothing. Like they did all that when H&M called us the coolest monkey in the jungle. Then they go back and promoting black people to be and acting like monkeys. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, you gotta sit there. You gotta pick one side. Is it Uchi Wally Wally or is it one mic? Which one is it, fam?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
Because
nobody gonna let
Uchi Wally.
Yo, nobody
bag is gonna be Uchi Wally.
Nobody gonna listen. Nobody gonna let.
Not for the bag.
Hey, listen. Nobody gonna give me. Y'all know nobody gonna give me no grace or no space to do anything but do what I do.
Yep.
So therefore, if we gonna make T.I. the voice of reasoning and we gonna look to him to address everything all of a sudden,
you said no grace or no space?
No grace or no space to do nothing. You follow what I'm saying?
You really been working, boy.
Come on, man, all the time. But listen,
you got your collection plate?
Definitely been educating himself.
No, listen, I got cash app. but on the real though, listen, I don't get that grace at all. You see what I'm saying? Like, no lie.
You a pastor. Listen, that's the first thing they say to you.
Hey, fam, that's the first thing they say to me.
Can't even tweet freely.
Can't even tweet freely.
They ask me why am I even on Twitter?
Yo, true story. Somebody was like, yo, is your man a real pastor? I'm like, it say pastor Carl.
Tell him, look me up.
Yeah.
Carl texted me on the side like, man, what we gonna be talking about on the podcast, man? Am I gonna be able to talk my talk, or I'm a pastor? I said, you a pastor.
But listen, man, the thing is with me, man, my work match my walk. You know what I mean? My words match my works, bottom line. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know that with me. So it's like, for me, and me and Love has said this in a conversation, but it's like, it's crazy because people could brag and boast about being killers, gangsters, whatever. But it's like the same idiot culture that we live in, these people try to denounce you for like publicizing whatever good work you're doing. But check this out. The same way we praising Nipsey Hussle for whatever work he was doing, right? And they try to sit there and critique others. Check this out. They got hired publicists who reach out to the media and the press before they do what they do.
I feel
they
like-
want you to be there.
I feel
you
like
know what I'm
we-
saying?
I feel like
so
we-
that's why we know what they do.
I feel like we live in a world, or more so a society, where it's like you was just talking about. People value and big up certain lifestyles. Like, look at you. Do you feel like if you from the jump were into the church and Bible and wanting to be a pastor from when you were a young teen, do you feel like you'd have the same admiration from certain people? Or do you think your trials and tribulations help build you and build your character that people look at you in a certain light?
That's why Chad put me on a. No, Chad didn't put me on this book. You put me on Contagious. It was another book I read called Outliers.
Okay.
And I feel like everybody's circumstances, put them in certain places.
Right.
And Carl's circumstances put him in a place where people will listen to him.
Like, look at Wallow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got people who be like, I don't like him, but I like his story.
Yeah.
You understand?
Me.
But I'm gonna say
but
this.
I respect Wallow, but I ain't putting ketchup on my face laying on the ground.
I'm gonna say this to you though.
That's the best Wallow moment ever. Because when I went on a post and seen Gilly put this many crying emojis on the joint, I was like, all right, I ain't tripping.
Yeah, I just feel like if Carl didn't go through whatever he went through, the passion in his preaching might not be the same.
Yeah.
Like just like they say in Outlier, they say them
real.
kids that grow up in Canada, a kid from Philly ain't gonna be able to play hockey the way he play hockey because that's all they do in Canada is play hockey. So it's just circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it that's twofold though, because like if I grew up in that, like let's just say I probably would be pushing it to a different audience and probably could even have more people follow me.
Man, you might be up there.
I'm gonna be.
Yeah, you could get
smacking people on their forehead.
I'm gonna be
With the
I'ma be
motherfucking
real.
coat, nigga.
Selling
Not the
5
Benny
o'clock in the
Hinn.
morning on
Benny Hinn.
BET.
But
I'm
listen,
selling holy water.
But listen, on the strength though, like don't get me wrong, like from a Nip perspective, you know what I'm saying? Because I know we seen this too. A lot of people in the hood really kind of knew who Nip was. There's a lot of other people like, yo, I never heard of dude, right?
For sure. That's
And
what I
I'm-
was saying the other day. Like, everybody going crazy. Like, the same way as a million people who knew who he was, there's a
Yeah.
million people who didn't know who Nip was.
And on the strength though, but like that's the same thing that kind of works. It can work for me, but work against me. So like the urban community respect me and they love me, you know what I'm saying, for what I do and how I bring it. But at the same time, it's a whole churchy world out there too that don't really receive me because they like, yo, he preaching in jeans, t-shirt, Vans, everything. I mean, it's how he come. See what I'm saying? So it's like, had I probably was growing up into that, man, I have a lot more money right now. See what I'm saying? Like, because what I'm coming with, the accountability I'm coming with, how I hold the church accountable. And that's the thing. So, like, for people who might listen and tune in, like, I'm not just beating down our culture because understand I come from it. You know what I'm saying? But our sense of urgency got to be more serious because we really losing lives out here. You follow what I'm saying? So that's why I speak in the tone that I speak
It just
in.
amazes me at the way people like almost like admire certain shit.
Yeah.
Yo, we with no bullshit, dog. My man Tone was with me. We had to go to de-escalation class downtown, right? So they bring a bunch of drivers from like a bunch of different depots down for like this class. It's like 4 days. But they go around the room and like introduce themselves and tell a little about yourself. So they got to me and was like, yeah, man, what did you do before you was in stuff? And I was like, I was in jail for 3 years fighting an attempted murder. And I got out and, applied for stuff and got in. And they was like, wow, really? And I'm like, no, I worked at the airport. But it was like, it just was funny to see people faces like, damn, like, because it's like, damn, really?
Yeah.
So, and that goes hand in hand with the hip hop music. When you talking about this, and then you got Dracos in your video, and then bags. Why do you think rap like the
And a
rap-
lot, but a lot of them
which one of
ain't
them
been
guns
through.
is a Draco? I still don't
mini?
know.
It's a mini AK, but it's
okay.
from Russia. My man had one. It's a baby AK basically,
Pistol grip.
but it's a 50-shot clip and a gun that's only
They
38
just
inches.
spending their money on guns to do the same
And
thing
they
as the
gonna hit
next
stop
gun.
signs and cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
Or
and the
themselves.
kids.
I just dropped 30 on him and they ain't hit nobody. They just want to say that.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
That's real
but I
tough.
feel like that goes hand in hand with the music. So it's like, yeah, you looking at somebody holding up the Draco, holding up bags of money, holding up,
Yeah.
80 million
The
chains.
visuals.
I think the visuals is actually worse than the actual lyrics.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the difference
Yep.
between
Right.
the negative content of the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s compared to now. Because it's literally, you're consumed with it.
Yeah.
Because it's the music, it's the music videos, then it's the Instagram every day. And I think the everyday reminder of you poor, we not, or at least you poor, we don't, we look like we rich.
Right.
And that constant reminder in your face every day is what's driving people crazy and making them subscribe to this music, the theory that's coming out of this music and the lifestyle in this music. Think about how many old niggas then bust their heads and went out here and tried to rob a bank or whatever to get a damn Patek because the Migos keep talking about it.
Yeah.
When they Rolex is perfectly fine.
Right.
Even to the point where they get a fake one.
And the little heifer at Breezes that they trying to get with don't know the difference no way. Nor care.
And a nigga done bought her a fake watch.
Nigga done bought her a fake watch and she sporting it with pride and you done went out here and took
Come on,
penitentiary
sis. What
chances
nigga really
to
went
get
and
a
spent
Patek.
50 on a watch for you?
Hey, and listen, but that's the influence of the culture. See what I'm saying? That's the influence of the hip hop.
Nigga bought a
Me
chick
personally, I feel
nigga bought
like-
a chick a fake rainbow Cosmograph Daytona.
And she
Yeah,
was
I seen
posting that junk. That junk cost 160.
Quick little 180.
Who did
Think
that?
about nothing.
Who did that? Somebody, bro?
Somebody did girls on our Instagram story. Somebody sent it to me. I said, that's the biggest cap I ever seen in my life right there.
Man, you know, I don't really like to talk about how people spend their money because I buy what I want, but that was cat.
That was super
Total
cat.
cat.
That picture with the boy with the big ass cap.
It was that.
He got a picture with a nigga standing next to a big cap. But
It's
no,
horrible.
me personally, and I'm glad we got into this conversation. I feel like there's a bigger issue with the culture in general,
Yeah, I
not
agree.
just hip hop.
But
Because
what do you think steers the culture, though, Matt? That is the greatest.
I think
source
it's
of
the community.
But what steers community? That's the greatest influence, and that's what we can't get.
Oh, no, I'm
around.
not talking about what's the influence. I'm talking
Okay.
about what's the actuality of what's going on and where people are at.
Because when you say hip hop, dude, I think it's hip hop mixed with the social
Hip-hop
media.
don't tell niggas not
I
to
think
clean
without
up.
social media, it probably wouldn't be that bad.
Hip hop
It
don't
wasn't
tell
that
niggas
bad.
not to clean up. Hip hop don't tell niggas not to take care of the things that they own and take care of their block and different things. Hip hop don't tell you not to do that. That's people. Mohead Nate earlier he was telling me because he rent rooms and shit.
Dudes in Philly didn't want to be NWA.
He was like, yo,
these
you
young boys these
believe
days
going to some of these
they
rooming
want
houses.
to be Chief Keef in them.
Yeah.
Nobody was running around just running from cops trying to do 100 miles in running videos. Nobody was doing that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, dudes in Philly was
mean,
trying to
well,
get. I mean, they
well,
had
I'ma say this.
their own gang culture here.
I'm gonna say this: culture historically has always controlled the people, and I'm gonna say this through art,
Right.
Through arts, through language, through various ways. You know what I'm saying? Which is why even the whole painting of white Jesus, that just helped establish this inferiority complex to everybody else, which is why they painted the image.
They scored that on trigger warning,
when
too.
they went ahead and try to give you an imagery of God, like, okay, God's white. You know what I'm saying? Because they know how powerful arts are. You know, they know how powerful language
visual,
is. So like through the arts, right? Through hip hop, through the arts, through the visuals that they give us, that helps control and steer our narrative, how we view ourselves and how we actually speak towards one another. And that is actually what creates the environment that you're around. You see what I'm saying? You're saying it don't teach people not to clean up, but hip hop ain't telling you to do a lot of things. So when you only focused on doing what they're telling you to do, of course you neglect everything else. You know what I'm saying? When they sit there and say, I spent days in a bando, didn't even jump in the shower. That's why these niggas walk around stinking and they really just doing exactly what they
I
said
tell dudes all the
verbatim.
time, not
Verbatim.
stand up all night.
Verbatim.
Stand up all night and not washing up will not get you rich. I'm telling you.
I remember that
I promise
being
you.
fair.
Like,
And another thing hip hop teach you, not sleeping will not get you rich.
not get that
Fair.
joint
Like, I
gonna
remember
make you
doing
unhealthy.
I'll agree with that, but that goes back to what we were saying earlier. It's like one of the guys I work with, he'll go on Instagram and be like, yeah, while y'all sleep, I'm up grinding. I'll be like, nigga, you got the night liner. Like, you was sleep earlier.
You slept all day.
You have to be there at 1 a.m.
So check it, Matt. So to your point, right, when you said that's a community issue, right? So like y'all know because we follow certain people.
I'm more so
follow
talking
people.
about the lack of community and the lack of pride in the community.
And understand what I'm saying. So again, so now check this out. Now, if we paying attention to all the dusters on Twitter right now, online, and we see mothers, right, who never at home with the kids.
But you do have to understand that, take my grandfather's block, right?
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather lives across the street from my depot. Well, he passed away in January. He lived across the street from my depot. It's 27th and Allegheny, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's people. Them people don't have Instagrams. Them older folk.
Yeah.
But they be outside throwing trash on it. That shit has nothing to do with Instagram or rap music.
Right.
It's a pride issue.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? It's funny because I actually went to my grandpa's crib recently, go get some paperwork from my aunt. Had left there for me, and one of the ladies on the block was talking to me out the window. She's like, "Yeah, I was saying to her down the street, I ain't seen the grandson." And I'm thinking to myself, I don't have to come up here anymore.
I don't know if you know, my grandpa passed. I don't have to come here.
And I ain't saying, but that's what I'm thinking. I don't have to come on this block ever again.
But do you know how many people have given up on cleaning up because they know the young boy's gonna open up the blunt wrappers?
And that's where my grandpa. I did remember walking onto my grandpa block. My grandpa was 94.
I ain't even joking. We don't play that shit around my way.
He was cleaning up.
pay
My
to get
grandpa
that
was
block,
outside sweeping.
We got trash cans all around.
No, it just amazed me. It just my grandpa was outside sweeping. He was 94. He passed me. He's 98 because it was a couple years ago. And I was like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, "I'm trying to, just keep it looking presentable out here." So I helped him get the trash or whatever. And he was like, I don't even know what I'm trying. They gonna mess it up before the night over.
Yep.
And sure enough, a couple days later, it's paper plates, fucking jail bowls and shit just everywhere. On
Jail
the shit.
bowls.
And it's just crazy to me how you just don't take no pride. Dog,
No pride.
Bull
No
gets
pride.
on the bus. He had his platter, the big styrofoam, the joint they open up like it's a prize.
Yeah.
Price is right. He had one of them in a fucking Ziploc bag. He gets on the bus. He like, "What's up with you, big dog?" Swipe his tram pass, go sit down, whatever. We got the 29th and Gerard. He got off the bus all right, dog.
And
I'm like, where the fuck the platter? It's bones and sweet potatoes and shit all over the floor. I'm like, God
Nigga
damn.
like a big George's platter on the bus.
Big motherfuckers. The shit to be rice under the meat.
So you be able to clean? You be able to clean it up?
No, they got cleaners. I don't touch. Yo, motherfucker, it be bottles.
Biohazard.
The bottle roll up, ding, hit the motherfucking fare box. It gonna roll it back.
Yo, listen.
I don't touch shit.
I know that's annoying because I hate when they do that. When I drop a bottle of water in my car or something, I can't get to it.
And when I'm hitting the brake, you hear boom, hit the fucking fare box. I'm
Go
pulling
right
the fuck off. It rolling to the back. I don't touch that. And then the people like, yo, you ain't gonna get the bottles rolling around.
Like,
I be
y'all
like,
ain't
dog,
gonna get
I'm a bus driver. If I start cleaning the bus, then they gonna get me 2 checks. Shit gonna get fucked up. So they got cleaners for that, dog. But it's like that's a pride thing. Because when I get on the bus, I take a bag every day and put it on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
And if I have sunflower seeds. Ain't supposed to be eating cookies, but any fucking thing I fucking eat, anything I eat goes in that bag. This shit I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna get that. Like people just don't take up or take pride in what they doing or what they got going on.
I'm with you 100%. So how do you reinstill pride back into a people outside of them having to detox from the same things that continuously condition them over time? Because again,
It's 11-19.
listen, you know what I mean? Look, I'm just saying. You feel what I'm saying? Though it's like, yo, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, like. People ain't gonna take the time to read a book to retrain themselves or to teach themselves what wasn't instilled in them.
Meek gotta say it.
Meek gotta say it. Look, Meek saying reform. They still ain't showing up the courtrooms now to help nobody.
Yeah, that's because Meek also showing the new Lambo truck again. He bought another
there
one.
you go.
So that's all they care about. You understand what I'm saying? It's like,
Well, they need to know. Ain't
that's
too
why
many people
T.I.
on
gotta
parole or
police it.
probation got no Lambo truck, so they need to show up.
They need to show
you
up.
would
There
think,
go.
honestly, and it sounds crazy because me and you had spoke about this when the whole the free Meek rallies and all that, and I was like, damn, if Meek get out of this whole situation and come out, he's really gonna become the face of like a whole like movement amongst people.
Yeah.
He gets out, he starts it. Literally, you got Meek running around with Bob Kraft, with Mike Rubin, like real live billionaires. But then, like you said, all right, yeah, we doing the joint
Bob
for the
Kraft
probation.
was freak.
Bob Kraft. Bob Kraft get picked up.
Bobby a freak. You know what I'm saying? I understand that.
Meek got to get from around these bad influences.
They almost try to say the government planted Bob Kraft there, right? You know?
But what I'm
why they
saying,
didn't put a conspiracy theory on that.
well, what I'm saying is the fact that it's like I thought Meek was going to really
at the
be like
wishy-washy.
the face of something,
Yeah.
and then it's like you said, it just kind of whatever. It just kind of died off. Like 3 days later, it was like, oh, we'll be back on.
Yeah, no, the
Some
people
nonsense.
ain't catch on to it, right? The people ain't want to latch on because we celebrate the
We
moment
back
instead
hitting
of
people
creating
with
movement.
2x4s in the street and shit. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a nice way to bring
It's
it
just
full
like
circle.
no guys no more. Like man, like young boys just don't want nothing but a gun and a polo tee. Like
Yep, and to borrow $10.
yep.
Burlton House.
Yo, you got
Yeah,
$10 I
man.
can borrow.
'Cause if they
OJ,
was on
trying to
paper, they
trying
would
to get some
know.
Wings.
Man, we need to cool out. Like they ain't on it.
Yeah.
Man. They on something
It's
totally different.
There's no money tied to no beef, man.
My appeal to people, man, everybody that's online crying about Nipsey right now, man, and shout out to the work he's done. If we really inspire, we love to work that much, please, let's start to reach out to each other, figure out what we could do to build on that work in our own communities. You know what I'm saying? We spend more than enough money on nonsense, but we can build our own group economics. You know what I'm saying? Do what we need to do, make some investments, you know what I mean? Support those that already got clothing lines in our neighborhoods and do everything we need to be doing as a people, you know, and let's be serious about it. If we hate and despise violence that much, then let's stop supporting the imagery and the artistry of it, and literally, you know what I mean, denounce it. You know what I mean? We can't keep glorifying it. You know what I mean? We gotta denounce it. You know what I mean? So like, don't let this be a temporary thing, because the same people you cussing out right now, and again, this is my energy to those who keep doing all that. Same people you cussing out right now, and you in a conspiracy theory, beat them to death and everything else, talking about how sick you is for Lauren and everything else. Listen, man.
I'm with that. Support the Black Clothing Line thing. I'm with that.
Don't disappear 3 weeks from now. You know what I mean? And be back to acting a fool and supporting the foolery. That's all I ask.
Real talk. We gotta wrap it up. Anything else? Anybody else gotta say? Parting shots, whatever.
Tupac's still corny. That ain't gonna change.
I'm gonna say R.I.P. to the brother Nip.
Sure.
You know, his legacy is you see what he meant to people,
Yes.
and what he meant to the culture, what he meant to a lot of different factions of not even urban culture, just people, just America, like people in general. Like, you're seeing people in Wisconsin, Pittsburgh, St. Louis, San Diego, Seattle, Philadelphia, all over the country coming out. The LAPD, multiple people have come out like, I can't believe this. This is ridiculous. The commissioner was like, he was meeting with us tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, he was supposed to meet with them Monday, you know? So
Heavy. That's
yeah,
heavy.
it's just, it's sad seeing it. And I told you I contemplated all day whether or not I was going to come here and go full Charlie Murphy on Paper Soldiers about black people. And it's just, I want to, but at the same time, I do feel like there's hope for us to get better. But it's like Killer Mike say, you got to take the initiative.
Yeah.
You can't wait on Meek or Offset or, you know,
Big Sean.
Big Sean. You just can't do that. You got to legit decide, yo, I'm going to go out the house today, right? I'm going to put the 250 in, so that ain't even an issue with me.
I don't got beef with the bus.
Yeah.
What's the 250? All right, the bus
Yeah, like,
fare?
I ain't got to deal with that goofy shit. Yeah.
Dang, I ain't been on a bus.
Yeah, you going to go to wherever you going to go, and you going to be productive. You going to not get into no silliness. You going to not try to fight somebody. You going to not steal.
It starts with us.
The lady dropped $10 there on the bus, and the other lady she was high and straight tried to pick it up, and she was like, "Oh, that's my $10." She like, "No, it ain't. This mine's." And they started go. She like, "Bus driver." I'm like,
Bus driver.
I could hear it going on, and I'm just like, let's just get to the end of the line. And it's just like that type stupid shit. There's no reason to come out into the world and be on nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
You live a completely different life than me. I live a completely different life than Chad. He lives a completely different life than Love. None of us go outside and be on nonsense all day. You just don't have to.
A little crossover.
Next subject. Yeah, the Bucks killed my ticket. I'm out of here, man. I'm ready to go.
man.
I took the Nets today. I wish we would have conversed.
I took Houston, Portland, everybody. I took Houston.
Did Houston cover the 18?
Man, I don't even know that score. They blew
y'all,
them out.
I figured.
47 and 19.
And mind y'all, these two rich brothers, man, could have been supporting some of the initiatives I got, and instead they gave their money over to the man.
I have
gambling,
supported
man.
things you've done.
No, you
Chad,
have. I'm just talking about
Chad,
y'all. I'm talking about y'all tickets today. That's all. Don't mind me. but on the strength, y'all, yeah, like Matt said, man, R.I.P. to Nipsey, man, and again, y'all, please, like, let's figure out, like Matt said as
Nip
well.
was solid, man.
It takes small steps. We all could start to take some small steps, man, to seeing progress,
Indeed.
growth, and change. Let's do it. You know,
My biggest thing is we don't even have to like get to the mountaintop
No doubt.
tomorrow.
No doubt.
Just not hit nobody with a 2x4.
Hey, no, you know why I think people love Nip so much? Because there's so many rappers, even though we never know who these dudes really is, but there's so many rappers that we be like, he might not be who he say he is.
everybody vouch.
Everybody vouch for Nip, man. Everybody. Like,
Everybody.
DMX and Jeezy, like, the last dudes that I believed. Like, I didn't even believe Jigga that much. Like, but I like Jigga. Like, but DMX and G, but after them, I believe Nip.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace to Nipsey. It's like what everybody's saying.
Rappers be lying.
DMX was wild.
For sure.
DMX smoked crack on TV. Damn, like you ain't see him, but he came out of that room crack high. I know crack high when I see it. DMX, when he had to turn himself in on that BET show, he came out of that room crack high. I said DMX the realest rapper ever.
DMX, I can't wait for the biopic for DMX, man. That's gonna be crazy.
Rest in peace of Nip, man.
Yeah, DMX straight impersonated a federal agent. That's just nuts. But yeah, definitely rest in peace, Nip.
Keep his family, Lauren London, his children, most importantly, in y'all prayers, man.
And don't entertain Kodak. He's
Please
slow.
stop entertaining Kodak. Like ignore,
all the Kodak
ignore
types.
Kodak 2019.
Yeah, all the Kodak type.
All the Kodak
What Nip
type.
call them the goofies.
Yeah.
Put them on goofy time.
Jay didn't give his peoples $15 million, but he's still good.
Jay seen the message like, wait a second.
It's
You know
like-
he old, he don't know how to work the internet.
Yeah.
Somebody had to text him and say, like, you gave Nipsey people 15 million? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Nigga, what?
Yeah.
I like him, but goddamn.
Jay, I don't think people realize, like, you talk about Jay being rich and being really rich.
But it also said he created
Jay said I ain't
a trust fund. That don't mean he
Jay said I
gave
ain't
up the
getting
whole
I ain't
15
getting none of my
because he
I ain't getting none of my artists. I ain't getting none of my artists millions. They work for me. Like
When
y'all tripping.
Usher straight tried to take a video with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like, he had the phone up, take a video, and Jay smiled. And he was like, it's not a picture. It's for Snapchat. And Jay was like, what is that? And I was like, wow.
Oh yeah, I seen that old
Nigga,
video.
she'll be rich.
Really rich.
He's 60 years old.
Bitch, I don't need to know what Snapchat
I was
is.
like, Jay really rich.
I buy that shit. I don't need to know what Snapchat
Hey,
is.
listen, I can't wait till the day I don't know what something and don't have to talk to these people. Like
Yeah,
I said, we
that's
shouldn't be talking to
rich,
these people.
rich.
I'm getting better at that too. Not talking to these people.
My number,
I'm really
I've
ignoring
been
them.
telling y'all for 5 years. My number 300. I'm getting closer.
Yeah,
Once I get 300 cash, I'm never talking to these niggas again, man. I'm gonna send y'all a message like
Jay just
the evil- I'ma
casually
send
popped
y'all-
up with a
I'ma send y'all
$2.5
I'ma
million
send y'all a
Richard
message from
Mille going the other day.
from
I'm
like a
like-
Maldives exchange. It's gonna be like the eagle has landed. Think on my
definitely shouldn't
address.
be talking to them.
But yeah, anything else y'all want to throw out?
I ain't got nothing else, man.
we
Rest
shouldn't
in
be
peace,
talking to
Nip,
y'all.
man.
Hey yo, come to church, y'all.
Hashtag free us.
Come
Yo,
I gotta throw that
work
in there.
on
You know,
Sundays,
come to
but
church,
I want
man.
to. I want to come to your Philly joint. Man.
Listen, man, yeah, 9 a.m., 22nd Allegheny, we down there.
I actually want to go to a what is that they do on Friday?
You can't come there.
No, really, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying because I want to experience it for once to see what it's really like. I'm not trying to be funny.
No, I know what you're saying, but
Monday night, y'all, we got men's group too. Same spot, 22nd
better off
Allegheny.
going with Carl and them. I want you to come with us, but you got to take Shahada to come in there because you got to pray. We pray in that gym.
I want to see what I've
You
never.
can't stand there and look at us.
I mean, I'm not gonna be in there making jokes and shit. But it's like I want to. So how do you become a member?
How you gonna?
You can get to it outside of the masjid. You can come to the masjid and take your shahada, but you can't be in there just like
Is it like an application
looking at
or something?
everybody.
Like, I don't
pray.
understand.
Ain't no application. I mean, you just
no application.
most people
Take
read
60
first.
seconds.
Yeah, most people read first. See if they.
I'm more so saying I want to experience. I'm getting older. I want to.
You might want to go to Dubai or something, man. Go ahead and take a trip. You don't want to walk in the masjid just be staring at people pray.
One in Dubai. It's like
They'll let you over there.
Man, they just got, you know what I mean, during Ramadan, tell them invite you, you know what I mean, to the iftar and all
You
that,
definitely
man.
can come.
Yeah, tell them
Yeah,
invite
you
you to the joint.
I
so
mean,
you can
Chitty,
eat.
we should
You
do
can
one
eat.
this year.
Yeah.
Listen,
I wanna do one for
mind
sure.
you, love
What
and
is
Chad
that?
don't invite me to
Iftar,
nothing.
basically,
like a meal, right?
yeah,
It's
post
like- yeah,
post fast
yeah.
meal.
Yeah, they invite me to a meal yet.
Cut the stuff, man.
But no, I'm more so on a tip where it's like I want to experience it for, and I don't. Y'all the two close people I know that follow that faith, and I know him as far as the Christianity. But it's just like if I'm not about to just walk into a random masjid like
That's probably not gonna go the way
you know what
you
I'm
think.
saying. So it's like
They give you the greetings and all that. You ain't gonna know nothing back. You be like, what's up?
I'll be on the 60 on
They
Friday.
gonna stroll you in that joint, cuz.
60 on.
They get on 60 all day. Sound like them, boy. What's going on, bro? Like, I don't know it, but it's like you can learn. That's what life is about, experiencing new things and, whatever. But, yeah, I mean, we'll figure that out off air.
Excellent show, man. I appreciate y'all brothers coming, man. Thank y'all. We got to do this at least like once a quarter with
It's the
everybody.
first time.
Carl be
Whatever.
busy, man. He about to go away.
Don't do that to me, man.
Where you going, Carl?
I'm gonna be at a church this week in Orlando doing some work.
nice.
You're always somewhere.
You was just in Houston. Carl said he had people walking up on him in Houston about the show. I was like, that's fly.
That's lit.
Yeah.
Shout out to Houston,
Y'all
man.
out here, man. Y'all out here, man. Y'all
Got
doing
that
y'all thing.
fancy go yard.
Oh, this old.
Damn.
Love Ray hype everybody up the last 30 seconds. Yeah, Carl always somewhere. Chad to my, you got 2 chairs. I'm always somewhere. Man, y'all gonna have somebody come at me. They gonna be sick.
They
man.
gonna go the way they fit.
They're gonna be sick. Cause something gonna happen over the $6 I got in my pocket. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? No,
Fight hard for this 6.
Yeah, I'm extremely poor. I hit a 3-teamer and I still only got $20 on me. It's just like that.
No comment.
Hey. But
We outta here, man.
Yeah, we out, man. Back next week?
Back next week.
No rap music.
I don't listen. I'm listening to Nipsey only.
That's rap music.
Nipsey ain't rap music.
Ramadan coming for me. I'm gonna keep
About to
pumping Nip until it's hard. I tried, man, in my life, man. I have had very, very religious times in my life. I tried, man, but
Music is soothing. It just is. And
Soothes the soul, man.
I mean,
listen to the right music.
the right music. That's what I was about to say. But we out. We'll be back next week. We done.
Peace.